Olympic Park here. I'm Marshall Stevenson, of course, your play-by-play guy. And Jeff Stevenson just
working on the lineup.
Working on the lineups here. We do have some scratches that we can tell you about for both sides for today.
Some lineup changes for sure.
And lineup changes as well. We'll talk about those lineup changes in a second, but we'll talk about the scratches for the Stars today. Stacey Tardif, Julie Chu, Emmanuel Blaise, and Mariev Provo all scratched off the Stars roster for the game today. On the Inferno side, Laura Dossler, Rihanna Curio, Emily Berzin, and Tegan Schroeder are off on are scratched on today's game as well.
I wasn't had the mic on.
Just talking about scratches.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk about lineup changes because there is a couple of big player movements on the active players for today. For Montreal, of course, that would be Julie Chu not in the lineup, receiving an honorary degree back in Boston, so unable to be here today, unlikely to be in the game tomorrow as well. So
good news for Inferno fans.
Good news for the Inferno fans. A big blow for the Stars. For the Stars, of course, not having her in the lineup. As well, a roster change for the Calgary Inferno. Tegan Schroeder coming out of the lineup with a lower body. Not even injury, just lower body maintenance, we'll say, day-to-day tweaking, and it allows for the Japanese national team player to make her CWHL debut, Aina Takuchi, so she will be in her first CWHL action tonight, so a little bit of international flair on the Inferno for tonight, so big deal there as well.
And looking forward to Takuchi definitely getting some action and seeing what she can do. During the practices, preseason exhibition games, definitely impressed out there. Obviously impressed enough to get a spot on the Inferno roster for the season. Another big significant change is going to be between the pipes for the Calgary Inferno today.
Well, both teams actually. Both backup goalies getting action today with the expectation that we'll see both Brian and Labonte back tomorrow on
at the Scotiabank Saddledome. Yep.
A little slow today, apparently. Might have been that late night I had editing video. We'll blame that.
Well, and so rookie sensation, hopefully sensation, Camille Trumpman getting her first start for the Calgary Inferno of the season.
And as warm-up is approaching the end here, we did have a chance to speak to one of those goaltenders from last night's game, that being Delaney Bryan. So we'll try and see if we can work this out with the simulcast here, that we can make everyone happy here, that we can get the Delaney Bryan interview playing on the
labeled as DB interview,
the one on the video screen, and we'll also get it going through the audio feed as well, and we'll work this audio video streaming simulcast, and we'll nail it on the first try.
Are you sure about that?
I'm confident we'll get it on the first try. I'm hopeful. So whenever we're ready, as we do that, we can see the Montreal Stars players working on the end of the warm-up here with 30 seconds to go there. And,
definitely a short pre-game skate today due to ceremonial action.
Almost 50 minutes.
Was it?
Yep.
Seems really quick today.
We've been talking a lot because we've been overwhelmed by everything going on. I guess.
There we go.
And there you go. That's something you see in the CWHL. Two-time Olympic gold medalists, both of them picking up pucks at the end of warm-up. Everyone chips in and does their part, no matter what their accolades are.
And of course, if you're just tuning in now, the game is being simulcast for you on calgaryinferno.net/live. That's your audio-only version. If you're looking for video, head on over to CWHL.ca and click on the link on the right-hand side for streaming games, and you'll be able to catch that on video as well.
Well, speaking of that, we still seem to be having a little bit of time catching up here, so we'll just run the audio version here, and you can just imagine our lovely Tammy speaking with Delaney Bryan.
So I'm here with Delaney Bryan after the Montreal game Friday night. Just have a few questions for you. You're a little bit different than the rest of the players, at the end of the ice, you're standing in net there. How did the team work in front of you tonight? What were your thoughts?
I think we definitely got it. We got more shots for sure.
Looked like things were getting a little bit heated out there, and your team was getting, both teams were getting into it. What are your thoughts when that starts happening? Does it kind of energize the team, or is it
I think it's always that kind of game in Montreal, especially coming from last year. So expect, but power play, we gotta use it when we're yeah, I mean, especially when people are running and ready to stick up for me, we can do it. So
that's awesome.
Appreciate that for sure.
Yeah, love the support. And what are your thoughts, or what was the discussion in the dressing room after the first period? You guys were trying going into the third. What was kind of the message of the discussion at that point?
I think we had a much better first period than the second, so we talked about that. Definitely not make the first, we don't talk about the second. It was kind of the other way around. We got a little scrambly, so it was just kind of a gated behavior and it was
okay. And you're off tomorrow. That's who you're playing against. I mean, what are your thoughts? What do you need to prepare for that game on Sunday?
I mean, it's not guaranteed that I play Sunday.
Okay.
She plays well tomorrow, then by all means, she should go on Sunday. So just be ready for whatever my team is. It's not the easiest to do back up really, but it is a role on a sheet. I know that
Sure. Quite a great game today. The team fought hard, and it was really entertaining. So thanks so much for your time.
All right, that of course was Calgary Inferno starting goaltender and last year's goaltender of the year, Delaney Bryan, talking to our lovely roving reporter, Tammy. We will get a chance to talk to some more players today, but right now we are going to try this out, see if it works. So we are going to get the interview that Tammy had with Montreal Stars.
Caroline Willett.
There we go. That's who it was. So we'll get that video and interview up for you.
Tell me a little bit about what your thoughts were and feelings were after the sixth period and how the game has up there.
Well, every time you get scored late in the period, it can be a momentum changer, and we responded well in the third. It was such an even game. I mean, they had some great scoring chances, so both the goalies played amazing. So I think it's a great matchup. They have a lot of talent, and they match up well. So I think tomorrow and Sunday will again be a great game.
Right, and there was a little bit of heat out on the ice, pushing each other going on a little bit, but just, nothing to compare about. How did it feel out there tonight? Was it energizing for the team, or?
I mean, we knew that it was going to be a battle. They had some physical player, but I think it was a pretty clean game. It was physical but clean, and that's how we wanted. Everything was fast, and a lot of skill was displayed. So overall, we're very proud. It's our first win this year, and we know they might not have as much depth of the other seasons, so we're going to have to work hard for every goal this year.
How does it feel? You mentioned all the skill out on the ice. There's a lot of national team players go by come along the Inferno. How does it feel playing against your former teammates?
I mean, it's great to see them. Rebecca Johnson is one of the best players in the world. It's incredible. She has so much speed, and she's extremely poised and smooth out there. Irwin is one of the best power forwards in the world. It's great to see players like Bailey Brown and Jessica Campbell and Jessica Warren. I think they're the up-and-comers on our national team, and they certainly have a lot of talent, and they'll continue to get up in the CWHL, and I think that's great to hear.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's great to watch. It's really fun. It's awesome. So what do you guys do going into tomorrow's game? How do you prepare for the rest of the evening?
I think we know that it's going to be a battle of 60 minutes, and we're going to have to be consistent. We're going to have to be disciplined. We were quite a few times in the penalty box tonight, and we can't allow those skilled players to have more room on the ice. And we're going to also have to adjust to AHL size. Tonight was on big ice, so we had a little bit more time to make our decisions. So everything's going to come faster yet tomorrow. And for now. I think we want to get some rest and enjoy our win because it was hard fought.
Yeah, it was a great game. Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to meet you. And
Catherine Ouellette of the Caroline
Caroline Ouellette.
Caroline Ouellette. I should know that name. But she had a very good game as well for the Montreal Stars. There was a lot of physicality, a lot of back and forth, a lot of tempers flaring as well too, with plays around the net there, causing, of course, leading to the goal that Louise Warren did score, which was her first. But we will take a moment here. We've got about 8 minutes until puck drop. We've got some opening game ceremonies here. So we're going to quickly take a listen to Tammy with Danny Stone here.
We know we are a team that can control the play. Our previous 2 games, we had 44 shots per game, so we're trying to back that for the pucks and
To Tammy, we are now going to take a quick look. Now we've got those highlights queued up of the action on the ice from last night's game.
As breaking in here now, oh, save there as Davis had a great opportunity on a Marin with it for the Stars. Centering pass, deflected Bettis over the net wide. Trying to find the puck as Brian is loose and she covers it. And we've got a stoppage of play, of course, now with DeForge. And Webster trying to clear it out. Can't do so. Held in by Breton LeBron. And that's a shot off the post. And goal for the Stars with 17:38 left to play. That one is coming by Lisa Marie Breton Lebreau for the Stars, breaking in, drops it over for Show. Chu with the puck, shot, and pad save by Brian. Ice on the left wing, centering pass across for Stone off the skate. Can't get it on the stick. Rebound, Pierre with a shot. And wide, trying to spring Ouellette. Ouellette breaks through. Partial break here. Drawn back. Shot can't get off. Amazing save by Brian Sprawl.
I can't see a much nicer save than that.
Centering up there for Chu. Chu shot from a great angle and save by Brian. We're going to get a penalty here. Irwin with it now. Irwin over for Warren. Shot low. Goal! 1:42 left to play on a nice goal by number 26, Louise Warren. That one coming as her first goal on the season here. We are all tied up, a brand new game in period. 1-1 game. Warren breaking in. Backhand off the post. Gains the Calgary zone. Centering pass in for Montreal Chartrand. And that's going to be a good quick penalty. Now gains the blue line. Slows down, cuts over to the center. Johnson with a shot in for Esposito. Esposito down below the goal line. Brings out front. Shot. Saved by Labonte. Covers it up and out. Irwin now breaking in 2-on-1 for Calgary. Irwin with the pucks. Pass over to Johnson. Can't convert on the net. Centering pass. Nobody there but Johnston for the Inferno. Can't get it out though. Duchesne with it again. Centering pass. Save. Score on the rebound by number 8. Captain Kathy Chartrand. That's going to be 2-1 for Montreal with 9:49 back in her own end behind Brian. Webster coming up the left side, cutting through center. Over her own blue line, over center ice, up the left side for Campbell. Campbell back to Webster. Webster's stuck in her skates. The long shot blocked by Chartrand. Dumped up and out, kept in by Wong. Montreal upset about that one. Bram now with it. 20 seconds left to play. Wong at the point. Cross ice. Cudmore high over the net. Circling around the boards here, trying to clear it out as Bettis. Unable to do so. Bram with it now. Bram. Labonte steers it away with her stick. Davis with it. Centering pass over Cudmore. Oh, save off the stick. 3 seconds left. Centering pass. Wong, one last shot. Long shot. Doesn't make it through. That's going to be your final.
And if there was an extra 2 seconds there, that rebound was in the back of the net.
Final score here, 2-1 Montreal.
But we are just about set here to get the game underway. But first we have a very important presentation to the with Joan Snyder rather at the game here to do a ceremonial puck drop and give out the inaugural Joan Snyder Award.
And of course, if you are tuning in, we're simulcasting live today on CWHL.ca. That's where you can find the video feed. Or you can head on over to calgaryinferno.net/live where we broadcast every single Inferno home game. My name is Marshall Stevenson. I'm going to be doing your play-by-play today alongside me, color guy, Jeff Stevenson. Looking forward to seeing another game here in action at the Joan Snyder Arena. Of course, a little bit of a different view for us here tonight. We've got 3 games this weekend, all 3 different arenas. We were in Arena A at Markin McPhail Center yesterday. We're in Joan Snyder Arena, Arena B here, which is end-to-end action from where we're broadcasting from. And tomorrow, we're at the Scotiabank Saddledome, of course.
And here are the Calgary Inferno out of the game. As they are entering ice here, we would like to thank our sponsors, Scotiabank, IBC, Sportsnet, Winsport, Bauer, Tim Hortons, Molson, and Bridgeforce. And the Inferno, of course, would like to thank the Calgary Flames. This is again where the presentation is about to take place here. It would be great if we had the feed up for this, but a little bit of a background on the award that is being presented here. It is the Joan Snyder Award. It is given each year, this of course being the first year that is given out, to a Calgary Inferno player that exemplifies outstanding community service and volunteerism. The recipient is not only a part of their team, but a part of their community. Through giving back and supporting youth, known to many in Calgary as a champion of women in sport, Joan Snyder believes in the importance of supporting the next generation of young people, and sport is an excellent way to contribute to their overall well-being.
And we're getting the starting lineups here for your Stars announced. As Montreal tuning in from out east, we welcome you. Bienvenue. My French sucks, so I'm not even going to make any more attempts. And it will come out when I talk about their players. On the ice, the starting lineup for the Montreal Stars. In between the pipes, Catherine Heron. And in front, Rougeau, Hill, Deschênes, Dupuis, and Desforges. And for the Calgary Inferno, as we alluded to in the pregame show there, getting her first start, Camille Trumpman for the Calgary Inferno. And in front of her, Webster, Johnston, Wong, Irwin, and Stone for your Inferno starting lineup. And this is the information that you alluded to a little bit earlier there, Jeff, giving out that as Joan Snyder makes her way out onto the rink surface for ceremonial puck drop there. Do we have the info on the recipient?
Well, we do, but we'll wait till we get to that point. It is Aaron Duggan. Duggan. I still do it. Aaron Duggan, who, of course, was the defenseman with Calgary Inferno. She is unable to play this year due to a complication of knee injuries that require surgery, so she is unfortunately unable to be part of the team, but is still with the team and always is out to support them. She, of course, is winning this for numerous reasons, but the most being her involvement in the community, the details of which I unfortunately don't have in front of me right now. And now the captains will come to center ice for the ceremonial face-off. Of course, that is Kathy Chartrand for Montreal and our Kelsey Webster for Calgary. This may be the one and only face-off that Kelsey ever gets to win.
Not known for her for even getting brought into the face-off circle, and definitely much more defensively minded than offensive there. As for our live viewers on CWHL.ca, and see Joan making her way off the ice. Of course, with her gracious donations, that is why her name is up on here, and we are going to tune in for the national anthem.
And of course, what we failed to allude there was that there was a moment of silence in there to honor Corporal Nathan Cirillo, who of course was the soldier that was shot at the War Memorial out in Ottawa.
And my apologies for that, because I wasn't reading along with the script, and having two headphones on.
We normally don't follow a script anyways, so it's different for us to have to be scripted. Well,
yep,
organized.
This could be fun as being scripted, as both teams circling around their goalies here, getting their pregame pep talk. In front of us to start the first period is the Calgary Inferno And at the opposite end of the rink here, so for viewers online, that will be your left. Opposite end of the rink here is going to be the Montreal Stars. Again, starting in net for the Stars is Heron and Troutman for the Inferno. There's a little Fresh Prince.
You can never go wrong with this to start a game. It gets everyone loosened up. A decent-sized crowd here tonight.
As we are here in the Jones Snyder Arena at Winsport in Calgary, Alberta.
So one thing we didn't mention in the pregame we didn't get a chance to talk about was the key to victory for Calgary to get into the win column against Montreal today. They have to find a way to get their offense going. They have to find a way to get through the collapsing defense that Montreal has been playing, where they kind of just encompass around the goaltender and make sure that there isn't a chance to score. But here we're underway.
And here we are, face-off won by Irwin at center ice. Webster back in her own zone, feeling the pressure from Duchesne as it's knocked back in by Calgary. Webster circling in front of Troutman. Over to Stone. Irwin through the neutral ice into Montreal's zone. And centering pass shot. Can't make it through is Johnston as it's steered to the left of Heron. Puck down at the opposite end of the rink as Calgary. Johnston circling around in the boards in the corner. Montreal trying to get it out. Unable to do so as Cudmore keeps it in at the blue line. And now Dupuis with it for Montreal over center ice, dumping it in and off on the line change as Roulette comes around. And Marin and Bram battling in the corners down low here. Takuchi with her first action of this campaign. As Bram with it now in the Inferno zone, skating up through center ice, passing that up to Warren, the lone goal scorer for the Inferno yesterday. As Warren with the puck down behind Stars net into the corner on left at the point for Haller with a shot. Doesn't make it through. And trying to clear the zone, getting tied up there. As it's back down into the Calgary zone. Thierry with it as she skates around behind the net. Rink-wide pass for Warren off the boards. Over center ice, makes a move, but knocked off the puck. And coming back through the neutral zone as Montreal trying to break into Calgary. As here it is, a weak shot from Saunders, and Troutman with the first save of the game with 18-17 left to play here in the first period.
A pretty good start for Calgary there. Nice chance by Rebecca Johnston. Just kind of fanned on it, almost worked to her benefit as she almost was able to turn it into a deke, but couldn't get the shot off.
And the face-off one in the Calgary zone. Wong with it now behind the net. And up the left side there for Haig. Up across into the Blues in Montreal zone with shot coming. And easy save there for Heron. As Montreal now skating through neutral ice, through the legs of Webster, and Trotman with the save. Wong back for Webster now on the left. Pushing it up. And loose puck to neutral ice territory. As Montreal dumping it in. Webster and Bate fighting for the puck. Bate into the boards there by Davis. And Haig gets it up and out. Hill unable to keep the puck in for Montreal. As back at her own blue line now. And Montreal pushing it in just slightly. Offside there was number 19, Aaron Lawley.
Well, rookie Sarah Davis may have gotten away with a penalty there. She put Bate in the boards pretty heavily there, leaned a little bit too much, I think, but no call.
And face off outside the Calgary zone, won by Montreal. Back to the blue line, coming up and breaking in. Here's Roulette. Roulette knocked off the puck by Peacock. As Roulette with it now behind the net. Centering pass out up to the line, over across to Rougeau, down to Bate. Bate knocked off by Peacock. Peacock with it. Now Roulette behind the Inferno net. Takuchi with it, leaving it there for Peacock. Peacock skating up the left wing and getting out of the Calgary zone to center ice and knocking it up forward for Campbell. And she comes in with a shot high and held on by Heron for another face-off. 16:51 here, scoreless in the first period.
So we talked about Camille Troutman getting this start for the Inferno, but of course Catherine Heron getting her first start of the season as well tonight.
And the face-off coming to the right blocker side for Heron and won by the Stars in their own end as it's dumped up and out to center ice as Duchesne is with it. Leaving it there, Dupuis with it now. Unable to hang on to it. Coming in, Johnson trying to clear it out. Unable to do so. Chartrand bouncing it back in. Huller right across through the crease over to Fieri. Trying to get it out. Montreal still keeping it in. As a little extra action as Stone trying to break through neutral ice and get it into Montreal's zone as she's knocked off the puck there at the opposite end of the rink by Desforges. As play continues in the Montreal zone and getting it up and out off the boards is Chartrand. And back for it, Webster with it now. Over for Irwin. Irwin cutting in front of her net. And now coming down, back, circling around, losing Ouellette behind her, gaining some speed as she crosses center ice. Pass upright to Crom. Crom down the right wing and knocked off her stick by number 22, Desjardins. Down behind the Montreal net now. And kept in at the line by Warren. Shot. There's a pass to Cunningham and a shot on net. I believe that was Cunningham at the opposite end of the net, her rink here. We're going to try and have a look on our video replay.
I don't think it was Cunningham. It was Bram. Bailey Bram.
All right.
Bailey Bram with her first goal as the Calgary Inferno. Nice little play there by Warren to get it over to her and set up. And made no mistake about it. We got a 1-0 lead for Calgary.
At 15:34 left here in the first period. 1-0 Calgary. As face-off at center ice. Naturally after any goal. Won by Montreal. And back in their own zone. Calgary applying the pressure. Wong almost catching Warren in there offside, of course, on her way out. As Montreal now skating with the puck. Trying to clear their zone, feeling the pressure. There's Cunningham. As Montreal skates and held up at their own blue line. Long shot. Knocks high off the stick of Montreal. Cudmore from the point there, going quite high.
So I was going to say this on the last stoppage, but then we had the goal, so I didn't get a chance to. But anyone that thinks that women's hockey does not have contact should tune into this game because these teams are playing very physical.
And face-off glove side in the Montreal zone of Huron, and won by Montreal. Skating in front of the net there is Hill. As they cut up through center ice, stolen. Cunningham breaking in now. Top of the face-off circle, trying to get the shot through, blocked by Hill. Cunningham still with the puck. And Hill pushing it behind the net. And coming up the left wing here. Here is Ouellette breaking in. Coming down. And Cudmore trying to knock it off. Lally with it for Montreal. Up to the point there for Chartrand. Chartrand shot through. Cudmore easy off the stick. As Davis now with it for Calgary. Skates over center ice and dumping it in to the opposite left corner. And pushed back by Chartrand. Montreal regains in their zone, pushing it up and out as Haller at center ice, trying to dump it back in and blocked. Back to grab it now is Esposito for the Inferno, and falling is Campbell, unable to get to it, so Montreal grabs it as they're circling around in their own zone. Campbell with it now up. Here's Esposito breaking into the Montreal zone, staying onside. Down the opposite end there as it's Desjardins flipping. Losing an edge there. Campbell now with it, trying to get it back in. Esposito bringing it in. Montreal getting the puck out of their zone as Marin with it, pushing it up, trying to find Dupuis. And Dupuis down low now with it. Taken into the boards by Webster. No call from the official. As Dupuis trying to sell that one. Esposito gets the center and dumping it in long as the Inferno are off on a line change. And down the right wing, here comes Montreal centering pass. Marin over to the left side there. Shot. Saved by Troutman. Rebound off Marin. And steered side is Bate with it, pushing around. Ouellette now back down low here for Bate. And Ouellette and Takuchi battling for it. Centering pass. Shot. Deflected off Irwin's stick and wide. As Montreal coming close to scoring there. And we've got an offside call against Montreal, squeaking just out over the blue line there. 12:48 left to play here in the first period. 1-0 Calgary.
Well, shots even at 2-2, but it does seem again like Calgary is controlling the play when they need to. Montreal again being very tight defensively, not letting a lot happen other than that one goal that got scored.
And the face-off outside the Calgary zone. Calgary coming away with it now is Warren down the left wing, breaking in, trying to cut to center there. Shot low, rebound saved by Huron. Up front is Haller with the slap pass wide to the right. As back out of the Montreal zone, trying to be held in. Haller dumping it in. And back to grab it now is Hill. As Hill cycles around. Action deep in the opposite end of the rink here. As Calgary applying the pressure. 12:16 left in the first period here at play. Neutral ice. Haller dumping it in off the right boards as she's off on the line change. And her own stopping the puck behind her net. Cunningham right there for her. As we've got number 5, Rougeau, bringing it up for Montreal. Stood up at the blue line there as Haig with it, bringing it in. Little drag, can't get the shot off. Montreal now breaking down the left wing. Pass intercepted by Davis as Wong with it now, back in her own zone, being pursued heavily by Desforges. And now Dupuis back to Desforges. Desforges coming through, dumping it into the Calgary zone here. And Wong trying to push it around. Into Deshane's skate, trying to center it. Can't get it through. Wong now. Esposito behind the net. Wong behind the net. Battling there with Desforges. And up over to the point there is Chartrand with it. Skating out the center. Wong off the stick. Rebound, loose puck in front. Save. Shot. Shot from the close range by Dupuis. And an amazing save by Troutman, keeping it a 1-0 game.
Troutman had to be solid there, had to get across really quick to get on that shot from Dupuis. I think Dupuis got a little bit handcuffed on it. If not for that, I think it would have been a 1-1 tie here. So a little bit of skill, a little bit of luck.
And his face-off to the left, won by Montreal. Back to Chartrand at the point, down to Pate. Circling it around to Ouellette. And Ouellette up to the point. Long shot from the point. And off the leg of Campbell, who's clearly in pain as she crawls off the ice surface from blocking that shot. Puck down low here now as Cudmore with it. Cudmore in her own zone. Behind the net, there's Ouellette trying to grab it. And we've got a penalty coming up here as Calgary in pursuit of it. And Johnson will touch it and save it.
And a tough break for Calgary there. Not only does Campbell take a hard shot off the foot, we don't know if that will be an injury or just an owie. Yes, I just said owie.
Owie. So 1-0 here. Also update you on that game out of town. Toronto Fury's goal just scored by Carolyn Frevo to make it 1-0 with 16:34 left in the third period, being played in Windsor. And of course, all that action you can find on CWHL.ca. And we're happy that you're joining us here, both on our audio stream at calgaryinferno.net/live as we broadcast every Inferno home game, as well as CWHL.ca for live streaming video action here in Calgary. There's a shot coming from Ouellette, and Troutman staying on top of that one as we are down low in the Calgary zone here. As Rougeau with it now, up to the point there. Chartrand keeping it in. Down back again for Rougeau at the face-off circle, circling around. Centering pass, and Bram trying to clear it out as that penalty to Peacock with minute 15 left in the penalty kill here for Calgary. As Montreal regaining, Chartrand gains the zone and dumps it down low. Marin and Irwin battling for it. Irwin off the skate of the official, keeping it in the zone. Dupuis now looking for this Deshane coming in and just missing her as the puck goes the length of the ice. A lucky break for the Inferno as the puck down and held in there by Webster, pushing it around the net. Irwin in the Montreal zone, centering pass. Johnson shot low and a pad save by Huron. And with 33 seconds left in that period, in the Inferno penalty. as Calgary applying the pressure deep in the Montreal zone. Behind her net here, looking for one last push, is the captain Chartrand as she breaks out, passing to her right. As Montreal bringing it down, Bocha and Webster with it, trying to clear it up and out with 6 seconds left. Davis and Wong in on a 2-on-1 here. Davis with it, pass Wong, blocked by Montreal. The penalty's over, even strength. Shot on net from Wong and held for a stoppage of play. Her on with 8:29 left in the first period.
Well, never a bad first penalty kill when you spend most of it in the offensive zone as opposed to your own there. Great job by Calgary's penalty killers being aggressive, not letting Montreal even get out of their zone, let alone set up anything.
And face off to the left of Huron as it's won by Montreal and cleared out of the zone. And back to grab it there is Cudmore. Cudmore circling back behind her own net and passing to her left. And back to Cudmore from Takuchi. Up over to Warren. Warren coming in the left wing, looking for the pass there, unable to connect with Graham. As it's back up center ice. Huller trying to push it forward. Confusion in front of the bench there. Bram with it now. Skating in her own zone. Up the left side there to Warren. Warren unable to get around. Looks like number 23 down there, Bro. Of course, our view end-to-end action here at the Jones Snyder Arena at Winsport. 7:35 left in the first period to play. Irwin with it. Pass in front to Pieri. Pieri. Stone looking for Irwin. Breaking through center. Just Shark trying to beat. Moves to the left. Low shot. Pad save. Huron as the puck comes out. Back to center ice. Wong there for the Inferno. Webster with it. Trying to get it in. Marin with it. And Wong back with it now in her own zone. Trying to get it out. Stone down the right wing. Gets the zone. Cuts to the middle. And lots of Stars players there to knock her off the puck. As skating up there, it looks like number 22, Dejanay. And the Inferno clearing it up now. Irwin down the left wing. Big shot. Up for Stone. Stone shot and a save. Held on. Loose puck now. As Calgary with it. Trying to make something happen. Up top to Cudmore. Cudmore's long shot wide of the net. As battle pursues on the half boards there. Coming away with it here is Bete. Bete breaking into the zone and over to Kuchi, knocking her into the boards. Stone battling with it there now. Bete with it. Looking for it, skating the center ice area. Trying to get a shot away, unable to do so. Comes loose. DeForge with it now. Down low here in the Inferno zone. Being pursued by Cudmore. Up to the point and out. Rougeau unsuccessful at keeping that in the Calgary zone. And the pass broken up by Campbell as Montreal retreating to their own zone now. A rink-wide pass. Shot from Duchesne, blocked there by Haller. And Esposito breaking in the right wing, looking to pass, centering pass, and Haller with the tip wide of the net. Battling at the opposite end of the rink. 5:35 left to play here in the first period. 1-0 Calgary Inferno. Shots are 5 apiece as the Inferno are back in their own zone. Haller with it, passing to her defensive partner Pieri, and looking for the rink-wide pass, just getting it out, but Saunders bringing it in just a stride too late here.
A lot of action there, and of course none of that would be possible without our sponsors for the CWHL. Would like to give our express thanks to Scotiabank, IBC, Sportsnet, Winsport, Bauer, Tim Hortons, Molson, and Bridgeforth.
And Webster with it for Calgary after that face-off won. Not by Webster, unlike the ceremonial puck drop.
I'd be surprised if you won one on the game.
That's what I. And a centering pass out for Cunningham. Can't get a handle on it. Back to Webster. Over to Wong. Webster. Long shot off the stick and up into the glass. That looked as though it was off number 62, Bocha. So the face-off coming deep in the Montreal zone to the glove side of Catherine Perron.
And a lot of 5s on the scoreboard right now. 5 shots apiece and just under 5 minutes to play in the period.
4:56. So 1 extra 5 in there, yes. Face-off won by Montreal. As circling behind the net there is Bete with it. And Crom now off the boards trying to get it into the Montreal zone. Bram trying to break in with a burst of speed. And Montreal getting the puck out of their zone to Marin. And picked up by Warren. Warren skating in over the blue line. Gets to the top of the circle. Shot low. Saved. Steered wide by Huron. And around the boards. Stepping off the point is Cudmore. Pushing that puck wide. Tied up behind the net there. Cudmore stepping into the half floor there. Passing it down in the far corner. Battling for it at the opposite end of the rink. Up to the left point to Cucci. And it's we've got a stoppage of play here as we've got a penalty coming up to Montreal as the Inferno are going to get their first chance at the power play.
They already had one. This is their second chance. Remember, the Inferno just played down there, but the Inferno are going on the power play, not the Stars.
This is what I said. The Inferno get their first power play. Yes. Yeah.
I heard something different.
Okay. I need more coffee, apparently. 2 minutes for holding to Bro. And a quick shot from Esposito there. And glove save by Huron. Having to be sharp there off a quick face-off win.
Well, something we didn't see a lot of yesterday on the power play for Calgary. Getting it down low and getting to the front of the net, not working it up top.
And Irwin and Duchesne in the face-off circle. 1 and out. Montreal gets it out as Wong with it back in her own end now. A little bit of forecheck pressure by Dupuis. Wong behind her own net now, coming up off passing to her right for Johnson in front of the player benches. Cutting through to the center ice area. Pass to Cunningham, back to Johnston. Up high, over to Wong down low. Shot from Irwin, doesn't make it through. Irwin with the rebound here. Face-off circle, shot, pad save by Huron. Keeping it in is Irwin with it again, down to Johnston. Johnston down low. Trading places with Irwin, back down low for Irwin now. And cycle down low, Wong up top. Down to Irwin, shot low, pad save. And steered to the left corner of Huron. Wong with it, back to Irwin. Irwin over to Wong. And trying to get that pass down low, broken up by Roulette. Keeping it in at the blue line is Wong with a diving attempt. And Irwin there to help back her up. Esposito trying to skate to the front of the net. And looking for the pass. Not making it through. 38 seconds left in the power play for Calgary. As Montreal clears their zone and out to play it behind the net is Camille Troutman. And Warren with it now for the Inferno. Passing to her right for Cudmore. Unable to keep it in at the blue line as Bate coming down the right wing, looking for the shot off the post. That was almost a shorthanded one as out into Montreal now is Campbell. Campbell dropping it there for Bram. And unable to connect on the pass as the penalty has expired now. And Marin with a shot up and over the glass into the toque.
Well,
of an onlooker.
Off a couple former Calgary Inferno players, there is Chelsea Purcell and Carolina Urban down there watching the game and taking a puck off the head. I guess not much different than their playing days.
I think they're used to it, although no helmets right now. 2:02 left to play in the first here. 1-0 Calgary Inferno. Face off, blocker side of Camille Troutman, won by the Inferno. Holler with it now, trying to get it out of the Inferno zone. Johnston sidestepping a little bit of a hit there. Pierre with it through neutral ice, dumping it in behind Stone. And down at the opposite end of the rink here as we've got minute 40 left in the first period. And bringing it in is DeForge for the Stars. Duchesne with it now for the Stars, trying on the backhand, can't make it to the front of the net. Bate looking for the centering pass, loose. Irwin and Troutman covering that up as DeForge comes in. Extra little shower for Troutman.
Yeah, Irwin not liking that, having a few words with the referee right now. On that note, you can always follow us on Twitter at Inferno CWHL. Give us some comments, questions, or we'll try and answer them during the break here for you.
And face-off glove side of Troutman, won by the Inferno as Esposito clears it up to the blue line, but not out as it's held in there by Desjardins. And Wong passing it around. Webster up to the half boards now. Picked off there by Marin. Webster with it. And Campbell up the left wing. Shot and held on for another save by Huron. Shots are looking 9-7 in favor of the Inferno right now. You got a friend in me. All right. It's an interesting choice of music here, but face-off one in the opposite end. We are under a minute to play here in the first period as Willette breaking in and unable to connect with Bate. Down behind the net now is Willette. Peacock with it for the Inferno, skating up, rink-wide pass just out of reach of Esposito as it's pushed back. And Esposito dumping it in. And Chartrand in her own end, losing the handle on it and keeping it in for the Inferno. Centering pass, looking for Haig. Back to the point. Takuchi with the shot. And saved by Heron. Behind the net now. As the Stars clearing it up through center ice and dumping it in is Marin. And Cudmore cycling behind her net. Inferno looking for one last push here in 10 seconds left in the first. Picked off by Montreal. Loose puck here. Davis with it. Down low. Davis down to Cudmore. And Cudmore hanging on to that one. Killing a little bit of time. We've got ourselves a 1-0 hockey game after the first period. And that goal coming by number 27, Bailey Graham. We're looking at 10 shots in favor of the Calgary Inferno to 7 shots for Montreal Stars. We have an intermission interview coming up at some point.
We do. We have Aina Takuchi, the Japanese national team player who is making her CWHL debut tonight, will be joining us shortly here as we get that all set up and underway. Not a bad period at all by either team, but Calgary definitely seemed to control the scoring chances. Montreal had their chances. They were normally pushed to the outside. Not the highest of quality ones, but Camille Troutman solid in her debut so far and still has a goose egg behind her, so that's a good start for her.
And speaking of goose eggs, that game now being played in any goose eggs there. It is tied up 1 apiece, Toronto and Brampton, with about 4.5 minutes left to play in the third period. As we are just grabbing Takuchi.
See her going to the spot right now. As she does that, we'll take a moment to once again thank our sponsors, Scotiabank, IBC, Sportsnet, Winsport, Bauer, Tim Hortons, Molson, and Bridgeforce. And the Inferno, of course, would like to thank the Calgary Flames as well. Marshall, this might be your one and only chance to do some play-by-play of the Zamboni as we get set up here.
Why would I do play-by-play of the Zamboni? This just doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense, but it's something that you like to do. So we will have Ina just momentarily for us. So I guess a note as well, too, for this game, as we mentioned, the Joan Snyder Award earlier going to Aaron Dugan. Joan Snyder, of course, makes hockey really possible for us in Calgary by her generous donations to the Winsport Arena here to set things up. And don't worry about that. Worry about this.
All right. Of course, you can catch us. We're streaming live video today and tomorrow's game, actually, from Calgary here at CWHL.ca. And you can catch every single Inferno live home game as we broadcast that live at calgaryinferno.net/live, as we do have a number of listeners tuned in both methods there. So we look forward to your feedback on that, this 1-0 game, as we are just getting set up with Ina here.
Yeah, as soon as we get her on here, we'll be ready for the interview here. as a note here, we also have Rihanna Curio, who is standing by and will be joining us in our booth here to talk during the intermission as well after we speak with Ina here. And always, if you want to tweet us your questions, tweet us anything that as well. Inferno, sorry, at Inferno CWHL.
All right, so I understand that we've got Ina standing by.
Yes.
Ah, you are there. That's wonderful. Congratulations on your first CWHL. Ina,
Yeah.
how does it feel to be out there today?
I'm so excited. So be proud of this team. I like this team. I'm so excited.
And Ina, how has it been adapting to playing in North America?
Yeah. So very big players and so tough every day, tough game and tough practice. But I'm so happy every day.
And is it nice to get your first game under and out of the way here?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Ina. We won't take any more of your time.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you in the CWHL here and
Yes.
wish you a long career here and a great game today. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
That, of course, was Ina Takuchi, the first Japanese national team player to grace us in the CWHL. And we look forward to good things from her, getting a chance to, as I've had the luxury of practicing and hanging around the team throughout the preseason, seeing her play. I look for bright things from her future once she adapts to the style of play over here. And I am now joined with Rihanna Curio. Rihanna, thanks for joining us today. How are you doing?
Thanks for having me.
So Rihanna, you started off the season on the line with Rebecca Johnson. Haley Irwin had an unfortunate accident when you ran right into Haley Irwin, who showed you why she's one of the most dominant power forwards in the league. How are you feeling?
Definitely feeling better. Hopefully next week we'll be able to start practicing. Yeah.
Excellent. What have you liked from your team so far this season that you've seen watching?
Yeah, I think our team has a lot of skill and talent. And so far, I think we look pretty good.
And the CWHL, a lot of parity this year, adding the Olympic players to every roster there. A lot of exposure coming to the team as well, too, with Sportsnet deals, with the Calgary Herald covering us, Calgary Journal covering us. How does that affect you as a player going to the rink knowing that there's all these people paying attention and watching?
I think it's great. It's bringing more attention to our hockey. No, I don't try not to focus on that. It's not my main focus. It's not playing. But yeah, I think it's great. Where to get more exposure. Great hockey.
Definitely, and I know that last time we talked to you, we had to watch you afterwards. We had quite the game, so hopefully that will be a reoccurring theme here when you're returned to action, when that is able to.
Auto insurance is intended to pay for damages caused by a collision. But when additional repairs or upgrades get tacked onto the bill, guess who pays for it in the end? If you want to know, here's where to go. ibc.ca, Insurance Bureau of Canada.
Attention to, and was impressed with the focus that she had, and you can tell that she's in the zone, she's in the game, she's trying to go for the goose egg here. She, as always, wanting to fight for and battle for that top spot, as any goalie ever wants to do. So I was definitely impressed with Troutman's play, and looking on the Stars side. Willette, she's always up there. She's always playing. She's another one to really look at
As the jersey walks by.
As the Willette jersey walks on by out the door here at the Jones Snyder Arena. I'm sure that she'll be back to check out more.
Well, action, yeah, of course. We've got about 7 minutes until we get going here into the second period. Now, talked about the players that stood out for you. One player that definitely stood out for me is the goal scorer in that one, and that is Bailey Bram. Came over in the trade from Brampton for
Jocelyn
the Rock, and this is her first goal as a Calgary Inferno. She's put some points up, but this is the first time she is able to bury it behind the net, behind the goalkeeper. A lot of speed in her game, a lot of poise in her game as well. Shows why she is one of the better players in this league today.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just having a look here
Out of score update
at the out of town update here as Brampton and Toronto getting ready to head to overtime. Definitely an exciting showcase game to be had at Windsor, Ontario, for some hopeful fans. I mean, it's great to see the teams play in different locations, try and get that exposure, try and gain a little bit more marketing efforts that way. I'd love to see a few more teams. We've talked about this before. At some point, we will have to corner Commissioner Brenda Andrus to see if we can get any insight on expansion plans or not. Of course, always rumors going on about New York or Chicago or Minnesota even. Some out west, further out west would be nice to see as well. I'd love one in Kelowna or Vancouver, maybe Kamloops.
As being out the only West team, we obviously want to see more teams out here. But one thing that I know the league is focused on doing, and this is something that Brenda's been quoted on several times too, is that she wants to see her players get paid before they worry about adding more teams to the league, which hopefully it could be maybe even a combination of the two, that they can reach that level, be able to pay the players, and add a few extra teams as well in the process. Of course, we'll get a great chance to see what the future, I think, of the CWHL holds tomorrow when we get to see a game in the Scotiabank Saddle Dome. Of course, 11 o'clock puck drop against the Stars. Game 3 could be the rubber match, could be the Inferno trying to salvage something, as Montreal won yesterday. But that will be a great environment, and one that we will be excited to see. Again, that is streamed live on audio as we normally would for every home game at calgaryinferno.net/live, but also streamed on video as you will get at cwhl.ca. You're distracted.
I got distracted by the graphics that are being shown on the live feed as it was shown up in front of me. I was wondering if they were getting graphics because our monitor here, of course, not being post-processed with that, so we don't get the privilege of those awesome graphics.
Here's one comment from Twitter as we have Angelica saying, if there were a CWHL team in New York, I'd die. All caps. Very exciting.
Well, then we can never do that because we do not want any fans of the CWHL to die.
No, we also know that would make Inferno defenseman Jackie Pierre probably leave this wonderful country of ours and go back home.
I do have her off record, which means everything's on record anyways, saying that she definitely would go back home to Jersey if she could play in New York.
Well, she tweeted that, so that makes
well, there we go.
That
so
makes it
on the
it
record.
makes it public record anyways. So you're not not giving any new information there, just perhaps sharing it with people that didn't already know that. Of course. Speaking of Jackie Perry, I know we talked about this briefly during our game yesterday about one of the players that is very hard on herself after a game and wants to be better, wants to improve, and I think that really resonates with all the players. I know at least in the Calgary Inferno, but I'm sure in the league as well too, that they're all consummate professionals striving to be the best possible players that they can. And one thing that a lot of people don't know as the Montreal Stars enter back onto the ice here is that if you're not a national team player, you are working a full-time job trying to make a living. And in that time, you are trying to work and train and be a professional athlete at the same time. One of the things that you just have a hard time doing, and these girls find a way to make that work, and that kind of goes back to the topic we were just on, is get these girls paid, get these girls a salary, and with that we need more publicity, more recognition, more corporate sponsorship. We've got some great sponsors, but we need more. You need more money in there. On that note, we will thank the current sponsors we do have, because without them, this wouldn't be possible. And that, of course, is Scotiabank, IBC, Sportsnet, Winsport, Bauer, Tim Hortons, Molson, and Bridgeport. And the Inferno would also like to thank the Calgary Flames.
As the Inferno are making their way back onto the ice, just a quick look at the penalty summary from the first. Again, penalty at 4:07 to Sophie Groh, holding, and 10:33 to Taryn Peacock, interference. Neither team's being able to capitalize on the man advantage, but at 15:34, that goal coming from Bailey Graham, assisting on that Louise Warren and Erica Crum. Of course, in any game the action switches ends. That means that we have got Montreal right in front of us now, and at the opposite end of the rink is Neil Troutman. As we are a minute left in intermission here, players are beating around, getting a little antsy, wanting to play.
Good news for the Inferno as well, as we saw towards the end of the period there, was Jessica Campbell back on the ice, so no, obviously there's probably some pains as a result of the that shot. It was a howitzer of a slap shot that went
at
close range offer, but able to continue and play in this game, which is good news for the Calgary Inferno, because she has game-changing speed and can make an opportunity out of nothing when given that chance. As I'm going to make you struggle for a bit there. Oh, you got things going on there. We are all set here to go, as the Inferno are talking about something here to start the period, but
getting that strategy figured out as Irwin up in the face-off circle with DeForge against Montreal. And won by Montreal as it's back down here low, as Rougeau up off the boards and deep into the Calgary zone. Troutman there to stop it, bringing it up and around the boards, keeping it in is Hill at the blue line for Montreal. As second period action underway here at the Jones Snyder Arena at Winsport in Calgary, Alberta. Breaking in through center ice is Johnston to the right wing, looking for the centering pass there to Wong. Can't do it. Wong down low here, battling in the corner and taken off the puck by DeForge. And she gets it up off the glass and out. Webster with it back at her own blue line. As Johnston up for Stone. Stone bringing it in onside, leaving it there for Irwin. Irwin moving, backhand save by Heron as Shane bring it out for Montreal. In the Inferno zone now. Stone with it there, up off the boards for Bram. Bram bringing it down, shot low. In the skates of Warren, deflected wide. Bram back with it, leaving it there for Warren. Warren battling with it down in the corner with Hill. Bram, Hill, and Roulette all there as Crom steps in. Warren over there as well for the Inferno, trying to get it out. It's Crom back to the point there. Cudmore pushing it down low behind the net as Warren with it now. And up, keeping it in, is Takuchi as Cudmore with it. Roulette with it now, looking for the stretch pass. Up to Bate. Bate back over Marin. Marin shot high over the blocker of Troutman. And keeping it in is Roulette down, dropping it there for Bate. Up to the point. And rink-wide pass for Chartrand. Chartrand back at the point. Long shot, pad save by Troutman, being sharp there through traffic. As battling for it in the opposite end of the rink from us here. Calgary coming with it now. As up in neutral ice territory is Warren. Dumping it down as Calgary off on the line change. Bram was in pursuit. Rowe with it, falling on it. Roulette with it now. Bringing it in is Marin. Thierry. And behind the Inferno net now, skating up into neutral ice territory. Looking for the long pass. Get to Haig, just couldn't quite hang on to it. That's going to be icing against Calgary with 17:34 left in the second period.
And while I know most of you are not in the building tonight, but we do want to remind players or fans that when they do come to an Inferno game, that every game there are autographs available immediately following down an autograph alley behind the penalty box in the Jones Snyder Arena.
And face-off left side of Troutman, won by Davis. Behind the Inferno net now. And we've got a penalty coming up here to the Inferno with 17:28 left to play in the second period here. Montreal is going to get their second chance at a man advantage. This one coming up against the aforementioned Jackie Pieri, who would move back to New York.
Yes, and that'll be her second penalty on the season, going off 2 minutes here for tripping.
And face-off deep in the Inferno zone to the left of Troutman. As Bram waved out. And in is Cudmore on the, Warren on the face-off. Montreal with it down low at the opposite end of the rink there. Aaron battling for it. Webster in there. Calgary managing to get it up to the line, but unable to get it out. And Chartrand keeping it in. And Rougeau with it now, cycling behind the net. Trying to push it up for Bate. Bate with it now, back to Rougeau. Rougeau at the point, rink-wide pass for Chartrand down low for Willette. Shot low, and that's a goal off the post. I'm not sure if that went in or if Bate got the rebound on that.
It was bounced off the player on the side there. I'm not sure who it was that was there, but I do believe it was Bate.
It
was kind of an unlucky bounce there for Camille Troutman as it bounced off the leg of Bate, then off the leg of Troutman and in across the goal line.
And we've got a tie game here, one apiece, with 16:52 left to play in the second period at the Jones Snyder Arena here at Winsport in Calgary, Alberta.
And I think they're talking about whether it was a kicking motion or not. From our view, definitely was not. So I think that will be a very short discussion as it is.
And face-off at center ice. Calgary trying to skate away with it here. As Montreal's Dupuis with it, bringing it in down the right wing. Troutman passing it up around for Cudmore. Can't get it out. Held in at the line, but Calgary does squeak it away as the linesman getting in on a little bit of the action there. Campbell unable to make it through. And Troutman holding it up. We've got ourselves a penalty coming up here. I believe this one's going to be to Montreal.
Well, a good chance for Calgary to get right back on it and take the lead back. Bad time to take a penalty if you're Montreal as Dupuis goes off for 2 minutes here, looking like it's roughing. But Calgary's got to capitalize if they can get another power play goal. Well, the obvious statement is they're back in the lead.
Well, and that goal from Bate was coming on the power play for Montreal. And 2 minutes to Dupuis as the Inferno with the puck now on the power play. Down in front, Esposito can't get the backhand on it. Roulette clears it the length of the ice as Troutman there passing it up for Wong. And Wong retreating back down a little bit lower into her own zone. Wong with it skating up, passing to her right for Irwin. Irwin pursued and held up by Roulette. Now it's Cunningham with the puck. Cunningham circling around down low behind the net for Johnston. Johnston up to the blue line to Wong. Wong back down to Johnston. Johnston down low, centering pass. Cunningham shot, pad save. Huron, loose puck in front. Huron's got that covered.
Nice job by Huron to track that down with the glove as the puck bobbled there, but he held on to it and kept it out of the net. Calgary will keep the same. No, they will change after setting out the second unit here, looking for the go-ahead goal.
And this face-off coming down right in front of us here to the right of Huron. End-to-end action here at the Jones Snyder Arena as Dejanay and Bram coming away with it, unable to keep it in as Warren at the blue line as it's over to Cudmore and back to Warren as being pursued is DeForge. DeForge with a heavy forecheck, 1:05 left in the power play for Calgary as it's cleared the length of the ice. It's going to be icing against the Inferno.
Sloppy breakout pass there by the Inferno means penalty, or face-off rather, back in their zone. Just to confirm, the goal was scored by Ann-Sophie Betty, assisted by Marin and Bertrand.
And face-off in the Calgary zone. Won by the Inferno. Cycling behind her own net and bringing it up now down the right wing. Rink-wide pass over for Bram. Bram breaking in on the backhand over to Campbell. Campbell with it down low here. Davis up to Campbell. And Bram trying to get it out as Desforges gets it up out past the Montreal blue line with 35 seconds left in the power play for Calgary here, trying to make an attempt again. Desforges with it, pushing it back out through as Bate on the puck, breaking to the net. Knocked off there by Warren. It's behind the Inferno net. Coming up, passing to the left wing there. Coming in as Campbell with a shot low. Blocker save by Huron. And it's up around to the boards. Warren keeping it in at the point. Warren skating towards the middle of the rink. Down low for Davis. Bram looking for the shot out front. Broken up by Rougeau as it's back down low in the corner here. Hill on top of it. As Dupuis gets it up off the glass, out of the zone, and the teams are at even strength now. Unsuccessful power play for the Inferno. Still tied at 1 apiece here with 14:05 left in the second period as Montreal breaking into the zone around the Inferno net. Trying to get it up and out, unable to do so. Loose puck out in front and into neutralized territory as Johnson breaking in down the right wing. Makes a move, loses the handle. Saunders is there, up to Bate. Bate from center ice. A right wing pass over for Roulette. Roulette down in the corner, pursued by Irwin. And in the skates of Webster, she gets it up and out. As Bro with it, trying to push it down back into the Calgary zone. Very close to an offside call there. And it was offside. All right. Apparently, I saw it before the linesman did.
Hey, that's
but
pretty
we
good
got
eyes
it
from over here, so that's I'll give you that one.
Yes.
Good pressure by Calgary on the power play there, but nice kill by Montreal, keeping the chances to the outside, not giving them anything down the middle to capitalize on.
And the face-off outside the Calgary zone. Possession gained by Calgary as Webster passing it behind her net off the boards to Wong. Wong circling around and coming at us down through center ice as Davis with the puck now moving to the front of the net. Can't hang on to it as Bro there knocking it off. Marin. And Cudmore pushing it down low here. And Bate unable to get it out as Bate Andro. Now Cudmore with it, bringing it into the Montreal zone. Stops, loses possession. Roulette there and Haig. In Roulette skates, trying to bounce it out. Unable to do so. Glove down by Cudmore and passed in deep. Bro and Peacock battling for it. Centering pass and Peacock can't make it through. Shot wide. Peacock with it now. Still down low. Here's Campbell. Bate trying to get it out. Esposito there on top of the puck. Drops it back to Campbell. Battling down low as Campbell goes down. Taking the Stars. Bro with her. Down low. Campbell centering pass out front. Esposito just knocking it wide. As Montreal clears their zone up through center ice. Gaining the blue line. Bate dumping it and an easy pad save for Troutman. As Calgary trying to come back down the ice here. Campbell centering pass. Pass broken up by what looks like, I believe, Breton Lebreau. Montreal with it now in the Inferno zone. Haller down, trying to break that up. Montreal down low, pass out front. The action at the opposite end of the rink here makes it very challenging.
It's also challenging too when the jerseys get bunched up at the back and you can't even see the numbers there. We got a little bit of a comedic moment there as Jessica Campbell's stick got caught up inside the blade of number 28, Desforges' skate there. So,
and 11:20 left to play here in the second period as the face-off to the left of Troutman, won by the Inferno. And taken behind the net is Wong, leaving it there for Warren along the boards as Montreal coming away with it at the point, holding it in is Chartrand, dumping it low and around. Wong there first, unable to get there is Dupuis, as battling for an opposite end of the rink. Webster with it behind her own net now, pushing it up half-boards, knocked off her stick. Puck is bouncing up, and it does go over the glass into the netting. 10:45 left in the second period.
And as we get another puck, the CWHL would like to thank our sponsors, Scotiabank, IBC, Sportsnet, Winsport, Bauer, Tim Hortons, Bolson, and Bridgeforce. And the Inferno would like to also thank the Calgary Flames.
And face-off in the Calgary zone, won by Calgary to the left of Camille Trutman. Battling for it, Bram managing to get it up to Johnson here, passing it up the left wing for Irwin. Irwin breaking in down the left side here, trying to get a shot away off the side of the net. Irwin on the rebound, Roulette with it now, pushing it up to the point. Long shot, Cudmore, redirect, deflection, I believe that went off him. Did it go off Johnson?
It was Johnston.
All right.
100%.
Johnston goal. That's going to be her fourth of the season here. That's going to make it 2-1 for the Inferno with 10:26 left to play in the second period. And the Inferno back in front.
Wow, nice setup there. Nice shot from the high point, high slot, low point area. And a nicer tip by Johnston.
And Johnston breaking in down the right wing again with the puck. Dropping it there for Irwin. Irwin now circling around. And Bete bringing it up the left wing now through neutral ice. As it's down in the Inferno zone. And we've got a penalty coming up here against Calgary.
Well, it looks like it is Jackie Pierre going back to the box again. Another 2 minutes here, I think, for roughing on this one. If the tripping, sorry.
So 10:05 left in the second period here. Another penalty kill for the Inferno and an opportunity for the Stars to try and tie it even. Face off one shot from the point. Chartrand blocked off the skate as Rougeau with it back up to the point now. Chartrand over to Roulette. Roulette back to Chartrand. And down for Rougeau. Can't hang on to it as Davis skates with it now up through neutral ice, off the boards, in for Haig. Haig and Chartrand going into the boards, trying to hang on to it. Davis battling down low here. Aggressive penalty kill for the Inferno as Davis with the puck, unable to hang on to it as Marin grabs it and circles down low. Davis losing her stick on the ice. And Roulette bringing it up to the opposite end there. Webster having a little extra bit of fun losing her stick now, effectively turning this into a 5-on-3 for the Stars as Rougeau over to Chartrand. Shot through, Roulette blocked and up and out. Was Esposito knocking that out. Huron shot it right to Campbell. Campbell getting in interference a little bit with the official there. And now taken out as number 9 Duchesne skates in with it for Montreal. Puck back out to center ice now with Hill. Hill pushing it in. And we've got 40 seconds left in that penalty to the Inferno as the puck is deep into Montreal zone here with Warren for the Inferno being surrounded by 4 Stars players. Of course, they walk away with it. And Dupuis with it down low. Strom battling in there with it. And Wong with it out in front. Can't get it through. Wong trying to keep it in at the point. Can't keep it there. 15 seconds left on the penalty kill. As the puck is down deep in behind the Montreal net. Strom with it now down low. Up to the point is Warren. Warren rink wide past that. Penalty is over now. Even strength. Both sides. Webster, Johnston with it now at center ice. Johnston gains the blue line. Makes a move around Hill. Skates back. Centering pass to Webster. Shot off the stick of 22 Desjardins. Loose puck in front. Duchesne with it now for the Stars. Up off the glass. And out is Wong with it back at her own blue line. Johnston with it on her stick once again. Pass behind her for Irwin. Irwin cutting to the net. Knocked off her stick. Desjardins with it. Trying to clear it. Can't do so. Johnston with it. Stone down low here. Stone coming out with the puck. Saunders there battling for it. Boutet-Andro. And Desjardins. It's out to the point now for Pierre. Long point shot. Almost a deflection off Irwin. Doesn't make it through wide to the right of Huron. The puck down low now. Johnston. Johnston down for Stone. Down low in the corner here. Desjardins battling hard. As Hill with it for the Stars now. Coming up the right wing. Up off the glass. And held in just out, actually, of the blue line in front of the Inferno bench was Haller.
Wow, it's a great penalty kill again by the Inferno there. I know they've given up a power play goal already in the game, but the aggressive approach, two players down low fighting for the puck, and they come away with it, so they're winning those battles when they need to.
And face-off won by the Inferno as Cudmore dumping it in deep down the right wing. Campbell battling with Boutet-Andro. Down low for it, Goulet. And Peacock. Peacock with it now. Cycling it around the boards there. Near the half boards there. Esposito knocking it off. Campbell cutting out to the middle. Shot wide. Esposito. That's a shot on the backhand from Esposito. And just under the arm and in, making it 3-1 for the Inferno.
And that will be Brittany Esposito's first career goal in the CWHL. So collect that puck. That will be the first of many for her in a promising, bright young career here. As Taryn Peacock does exactly that, grabs the puck for Esposito. Nice presence to walk it in front. Put the shot on net. Wasn't the most impressive of shots, but it found the mark and it did what it needed to do and cross the line. And at the end of the day, you don't remember exactly what you did to get it in, you just remember that you got it in.
And Esposito was there all alone in front, made a couple quick moves and just on the backhand, squeaking it under the arm of Huron. It was 6:20 left to play here in the second period, 3-1 Inferno. As action down close in front of us once again. Montreal with it now. Dupuis getting it up and out. Rink-wide pass there. As Cudmore with it for the Inferno behind her own net. And passing it up the right wing into center ice here. Warren unable to handle the hot pass. Dupuis bringing it in for the Stars now. And behind the Inferno net, opposite end of the rink. I'd like to thank you for joining us on calgaryinferno.net/live. Or if you're catching the video stream, CWHL.ca is that shot from Bram here just wide of Huron. 5:30 left to play here in the second period. Bunch of players battling for the puck along the half boards in the Montreal zone. And it squeaks out, kept in at the blue line. Webster looking onto Davis's stick. Webster keeping it in as Chartrand for the Stars here. Haig coming in deep. Rougeau with it. Backhand off the boards. Montreal trying to get it out. Dupuis unsuccessful in doing so. Cunningham battling for it with Saunders. Haig in there. Cunningham now walking away with it. Here's Davis. Davis with it behind the net. Chartrand there standing her up as Breton Lebreau manages to get it up and out. Saunders with it held up at center ice there. 4:50 left in the second. 3-1 Inferno as Davis with it now at the top of the face-off circle, cutting towards the front of the net from her knees. Shot, pad save by Huron. And Wong with it up to the point for Webster. Webster shot through traffic, redirected wide to the left of the Stars net. And Rougeau passing it up for Chartrand as the Inferno off on a change. Chartrand gets the Inferno zone, holds up, rink-wide pass, broken up easily. Out comes Johnston with it for the Inferno. As Stone with it down for Johnston and just wide of the Stars net. Centering pass out front, broken up by Boutet. Shot from Haller. And that's easy save. Willett with it. Up at center ice is Marin now with it. Skating through into the Inferno zone. Boutet pushing it down low for Willett. Broken up. As Hill at center Over to Bate. Broken up again by the Inferno. As Irwin breaking in over the blue line, dropping it there for Johnson. Shot wide to the right of Huron. And Stone with it now, dropping it back for Irwin behind the Stars net here. As Hill with it. Hill skates out of her zone. Down the right wing, dumps it in. Off on a line change. As Troutman holds it there for the Inferno player. And Taguchi skating up and dumping it in is Campbell. Campbell and Chartrand behind the Stars net. Over in the corner now, Chartrand gets it. Dumps it up to center, knocked down by Cudmore. Leaving it there. And steered wide of the net. 3 minutes left to go here in the second period. 3-1 Calgary over Montreal as it stands right now. Shots are 7-3 in favor of the Inferno as that shot broken up, but Peacock with it now up to the point for Webster. Shot steered wide by Huron. Warren with it now. Chartrand for the Stars. Breton Labro held in at the blue line. Here's Wong with it. Wong face-off circle, making the move, wrapping around, centering pass. Graham can't put it in. Crom can't put it in. Great save by Huron. Graham into the boards by Breton Labru. Held in at the point by Pierre. Pierre pushed down low as Warren with it. Down for Wong. Wong down low. Chartrand blocking it. Action down close to us here. And reaching for it, just getting it out is Bocha. As both teams going off on much needed line changes. 2 minutes in the second period. And no icing. Icing waved off on that one. As behind her net, leaving it there is Hill for Rougeau. Rougeau up the left wing there for Duchesne. Held up at center ice there from the knees, passing it to Cunningham. And back to Cudmore now. As it's dumped into the Montreal zone. And Hill and Davis battling for the puck. Cunningham with it now. Looking for Davis out front off the skate of Desforges. As Montreal skates up and out, dumping it into the Calgary zone. Cudmore behind her own net now. Circling around and pushing it up. Cunningham leaving it there now for Davis. Davis trying to cut to the net, makes a move. Shot, looking for that 5-hole, saved by Huron. 1:12 left in the second period.
Nice move by Davis to get that shot off there. And with that, we'd like to invite you all to come out tomorrow, Sunday, October 26th, to the Scotiabank Saddle Dome for an 11 a.m. puck drop. As we have Game 3 of this series, it'll be a free admission game, as well as it will be broadcast on the CWHL.ca live video stream and audio stream.
And action down low in front of us here as we're approaching 1 minute to play in the second period. Johnston and Marin. Johnston trying to get that first. Irwin, Stone taken into the boards by Chartrand. Chartrand coming away with the puck now behind her net. Bate with the puck off the boards. Up and out. Wong trying to knock it back in as it's back into the Montreal zone here. Chartrand gets it up out of the zone. Stone skating back on side there as Irwin with a move. Wong skating down low. Wrapping around. Looking out front. Wong with it. Leaving it there now for Irwin. Irwin down in the low left corner here. Back to Johnston. Johnston with it. Circles back. Keeping an edge. Taken by Chartrand in. Irwin. Chartrand holding on to Irwin. Desjardins now with it. And managing to get it up. Ouellette dropping it there for Marin. Rink wide pass to Bate. Bate makes a move across to Ouellette. Coming across to save that. And hanging on for the amazing save is Camille Troutman, keeping it a 2-goal advantage for the Inferno, which is 7.3 seconds left in the second period.
Well, this is the Calgary Inferno team that I saw play the 2 road games in Toronto and Brampton. Much more control in their game, much more poised, seeing the zone properly, getting it set up, getting the scoring chances from the right areas, and making it very tough for Huron to keep this a 2-goal game.
And face off to the right of Troutman, won by the Inferno. As Huller kind of just stalling behind the net. And that's going to do it for the second period here. 3-1 for the Calgary Inferno after 2 periods of play. Goals in that period coming for the Inferno from Johnston. Of course, just as I'm reading our,
You get the advertisement,
updates,
go there.
I get an advertisement.
Well, on
overlay
that,
on
we'll
that.
do a quick advertisement break ourselves. The CWHL would like to express our deepest thanks and gratitude to our sponsors, Scotiabank, IBC, Sportsnet, Winsport, Bauer, Tim Hortons, Molson, and Bridgeforce. And of course, the Inferno would also like to thank the Calgary Flames. Now you may do your period recap there, Marshall.
All right. So first came that tying goal from Ann-Sophie Bate from Marin and Chartrand. Then Johnston notching another goal with an assist from Cudmore. And finally, Esposito with her first goal of the season, as you mentioned, with the assist from Peacock, making it a 3-1 game. Update on that out-of-town scoreboard now. That game has been completed in Windsor. The Furies walking away with the victory there with Caroline Privo in a shootout goal, score of 2-1. Furies going to the shootout once again. I guess they really like to play and make sure that their fans get their money's worth out of every single game.
Was it Prevost again with the winner in the shootout?
It was. At least if I'm to believe what I saw online on the CWHL.ca website, which is usually where I get my information from.
Fair enough. Well, we do have Tammy standing by getting Ann-Sophie Betty set up for a interview here with us shortly here, and then after that we'll have Laura Desali from the Calgary Inferno joining us up in the booth as well for a little chat as well during the intermission here. One thing I just want to comment on is I noticed a little bit of chatter going on Twitter about the clear benches here at Winsport on both the Inferno and obviously the Stars bench. It is indeed for sledge hockey, as this is the rink that the national sledge hockey team will practice and play out of. So hopefully that will answer all your questions.
That's wonderful. I didn't even know that. I always thought it was just for all the little Timbit kids so that they can see as well.
I actually I played here myself when this rink was first built, and they hadn't put in the temporary grates across the kind of the gap there, so
right.
The sleds can slide right out on the ice. But as a hockey player, you need that little plastic that you kind of push off of to get your jump there. It was the weirdest feeling playing in that game, doing that where you didn't have that push to go out on the ice. You're just kind of already on the ice and had to skate out of the box. So they've obviously got those now so that the players don't have to deal with that and take them out when they do have the sledge hockey games.
And shots that period, if you're counting at home, were 10-4 in favor of the Inferno. The Inferno getting 10 shots in that period along with the first period for a total of 20. And the Stars sitting at a total of 11 shots.
And I think they might be ready downstairs, but we're just trying to get the feed over. I think if they switch to the camera, we should be good to go with Ann-Sophie Betty for this interview here.
Bate.
You did get that correction. I have to apologize to all our viewers that take offense to my poor pronunciation of everyone's name.
And me too.
I butcher probably Laura, who is in our booth here with us, more than anyone for the last name, so hopefully I can just get that right.
Ignore the
today.
A, right? Pretty much ignore the A. Dossler? Yeah.
Dossler.
Yeah. But, last year we called her Dostler, Dostalier, Doss, anything. Laura was the easiest one to actually say. Are we... Oh, we have a cameraman. I see what's going on here.
All right, we're just waiting on the camera crew to get around there. They are working their butts off to make this work in Winsport, as they are doing a fantastic job to do that, as everyone here at Winsport does. And I'm not just saying that because they're a sponsor. I say that because I truly mean it. Right,
Well,
Marshall?
It's nice because it helps keep them warm.
It does. So,
Crystal says that she's going to teach us how to pronounce en français, although she did put in French. But yeah, a lot of it, we're working at it. We're getting better at it here. And we do, again, apologize. We butcher English names as well. So
we're not discriminatory. We just
we just butcher names.
we just do the best we can. We are
right, Chief?
we yes.
Oh, Jeff. Sorry, Jeff. Right.
We do the best we can, just like everyone involved in the CWHL, and we have never claimed to be perfect. And there's a reason why the camera is not in the booth at all for us.
All right.
But we do have Ann-Sophie Betty ready, and we will talk to her now. Can you hear us okay there, Ann?
Yep.
So tough second period for you. Fell behind 3-1. What does the team got to do to get back in this game?
I think we just have to take. I mean, we were trying to do stuff. Oops, sorry, I'm stepping on the wire.
Yeah, watch out for the cords there. We don't want to lose you.
Let's try not to do too much. I mean, just keep it simple. Just a simple chip out of the zone, in and out. Try to reduce our turnovers, and I think we have to shoot the puck a lot more. Our shots were, I think, 4 or 5 shots this period, so definitely need to test that goalie out. And if you do those little things, I think we're gonna have a better third period.
Yeah, I believe it was 4 shots on goal for you that period.
Yeah.
Calgary, a much different team than last year. A lot of talent added offensively there. How does it change playing a team that has that much talent and can score from anywhere?
I mean, well, first of all, it's really nice that the league has stepped up to that level. I mean, Calgary, if we look at them last year, from last year to this year, as you said, big step up. What we need to do, we can't be as offensive. We need to be able to, play smarter and watch their speed. They have, really, really good players. So just keep them to the outside and just play as a team and come back as a unit of 5. We can't take any risk, any chances, and we need to be smart about it.
And you mentioned the improvement around the talent of the league, the parity rather that we have this year, as well as the attention we're getting from mainstream media as well. How does that affect you as a player, knowing that you're going to get that type of coverage?
Well, it's really good. I think as a league, that's what we're trying to get to, and slowly but surely we're trying to get there. And I think it's positive because I don't know if it will happen to be as professional as we want it to be when I'm still going to be playing. But for the youth coming up, it's amazing. We want to try to get paid like the men in the NHL, and hopefully that with the media and everybody, that a lot of volunteers that are putting a lot of effort, and without them we wouldn't be here. And as a player, it's great to be part of this and part of this growing CWHL.
Well, we couldn't agree with you more on that. We do hope that happens during your playing career as well,
hopefully.
Not just afterwards. But sooner rather than later. And thank you very much. Good luck in the third period and the rest of the game.
Thanks.
That, of course, was Ann-Sophie Petit, and we are now joined in the booth here by Laura Dostler. I did it again.
Dostler.
We're just going to practice saying your name here. Have a seat. We can get comfortable. You don't have to stand. That's something I like to do way too often here. Laura, obviously haven't had a chance to get in game action for you this year, but you've seen a lot of success from your team on the ice. What have you liked from your team so far this season?
I really like to see how they're coming together out there. Like yesterday was a little chippy, but today is definitely coming around. You can see the passes clicking, you see the chances on net, and that's really neat to see the team coming together like that.
And added a lot of offensive players to your team, no longer kind of struggling to score goals as you put up what is it now? 3 today, 1 yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. You can see the difference. Like, we've always had, an Olympian or 2 on the defense, but we've never had that offensive extra edge. And now we get to see that, and it's going to be a good year, and I'm going to learn a lot at practice just to see how, that national level of players create that offense on ice. It's really neat to see this year.
And you mentioned that in practice that I've had the joy of joining you guys out on practice there a few times, from the one-on-one drills where you tried to work along the boards in there. What has it been like having Kevin Holler as a head coach this year as opposed to Tim Bothwell last year?
Just a slightly different styles of play. Kevin just wants to take the leash off and just forecheck, so that's kind of neat to see. Loved him. He was a great coach, very detailed-orientated, so it's just a different aspect that we're going to get to see this year. And it's nice to see, especially with the forward talent we have this year, to take the leash off and just, forecheck. So.
And another coaching change, of course, something we haven't talked about very often, was Megan Mickelson-Reid joining the coaching team, taking a year off from playing as of right now. What has her influence been for the team as well?
She definitely brings the hammer kind of side to it, which is really awesome because, Kevin will be all, played about it, and she'll just come in and no, girls, you got to play better, and bring that to the practice and to the games, and it really brings a full-rounded effect to the coaching staff.
Perfect. Thank you very much for joining us, Laura. I'll let you get back to enjoying the game here.
My pleasure.
And we are sitting right now about 5 minutes left to go in the intermission here before we get going. Perfect time to give a shout out to our sponsors. So the CWHL, of course, would like to thank Scotiabank, IBC, Sportsnet, Winsport, Bauer, Tim Hortons, Molson, and Bridgeforce. And the Inferno would like to thank the Calgary Flames. Of course, one of the main reasons we like to thank the Calgary Flames is because we're their sisters.
Sister from another mister. Right?
Yeah, let's go with that. Anyways, the Calgary Flames, of course, are hosting us at their barn tomorrow at the Scotiabank Saddle Dome, where we will have a game against the Montreal Stars, the third of this series. Puck drop at 11 a.m. It is a free admission game. It is in support of breast cancer awareness. The ice will be pink. It will be a lovely affair. Hoping for a nice turnout crowd. And, of course, if you're in the Calgary area, please come on down. Join in. There will be post-game autographs up outside Section 211 immediately following the game, as well as 50-50 silent auction prizes. Some interesting prizes will be up there, including the chance to have a personal meet and greet with your family, take out two of the Inferno players to dinner, have an Inferno player show up at your practice, as well as some many physical I said it just wrong, but actual
I know
objects that you could take home, like
yes.
Autographed Team Canada memorabilia. I think there's, for you Leaf fans out there, which I'm sure there'll be none listening to this broadcast, there's Montreal and Calgary. I think a Phil Kessel signed practice jersey there, and other goodies as well, as of course a chance to meet your Calgary Inferno after the game as well.
Well, and of course, Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment, the parent company of the Leafs, are also heavily involved with the CWHL in our Toronto rivals, the Furies, who, of course, again, were victorious in another shootout. This game played in Windsor 2-1 over the Brampton Thunder. Brampton still unable to get a win this season. I'm sure that will happen at some point, as the Stars are looking eager to get back out on the ice surface here to play the third period.
And once again, waiting on the Calgary Inferno. They were good for the second period, but a little late for the third. That is kind of their moniker, and you know what? Cannot.
Well, and it's funny because I wanted to go back to when you were talking about the Flames hosting us in their barn. I kind of had to chuckle because, of course, when we were there yesterday, we didn't see any cows in the barn, but we did see horses walking by.
Yeah, well, it's right by the Stampede ground, so
yes, it is.
That will happen. One thing I do want to do a quick shout out here to our Twitter comments here, because this one's one that I particularly like. I think you'll like too, from Rick Springhetti. Hopefully I pronounced that right, as you know I'm terrible at names.
We should just start just the butcher cast, right?
Yeah. Very impressed by the quality of the broadcast, image and commentary, both very good. Well, thank you, Rick. We were very impressed with the Twitter comments, and keep them coming in, because we like that. It helps us fill these moments when we don't really know what to talk about at that particular time.
I can tell you what to talk about at this time here.
Oh, Camille Troutman took a little tumble there, scratching up the ice there. So.
I was foreshadowing that. I knew that was going to happen. No, I was actually going to say, what are we looking for? Keys to the game for the third period here. Of course, Montreal trailing by 2.
Well, if you're Montreal, you're looking to cause something early. Get the 3-2 goal, get back into make it a 1-goal game. Get pucks on net. They only got 4 shots last period, so that's key. If you're Calgary, you're looking at putting the pedal to the metal. Not let up, not sit back and defend. That's not the type of team that this Inferno team is. They need to go, and not take their foot off the throat and go for the kill.
Well, I'm glad it's just a foot on the throat, not a skate on the throat.
Well,
that would turn a little deadly.
That would be a little bit too aggressive, I think, for everyone, but maybe Happy Gilmore.
This is true. I forgot about that scene in Happy Gilmore. I mean, it's the beginning of the movie, right?
It is right at the beginning.
That's a great movie.
He doesn't actually do it. He just comments that he holds the record for that.
I like the old Adam Sandler stuff.
A lot better than the new stuff, that's for sure.
I don't know. Blended was okay, but I'm a Drew Barrymore fan as well, so now you can hold that against me, and that is definitely on the record.
Yeah, multiple records now. And once again, we got a little powwow by the Calgary Inferno going into this face-off here, trying to figure out what they're doing, or just last-minute pep talk to get in here. But I will turn it over to you as we are about to drop the puck.
And Irwin and Ouellette. Montreal coming away as Boutte coming in. Long, quick shot. Steered wide by Troutman as Stone trying to get it up and out. And Irwin with it skating into the Montreal zone. Shot low, wide to the right off the side of the net. Rebound shot. Right there is Johnston. Can't make it through. Stone with it. Circles back. Centering pass. Johnson putting it wide. Irwin behind the net there. Johnston with it. Out front shot. Doesn't make it through. Webster fanning on it. Irwin trying to put it down low. Webster in down low on the right-hand side. As Boutte with it now out of the Montreal zone. Over center ice. Dumping it down. And in Troutman with it. Leaving it there for Webster. She skates behind the Inferno net. Up the left wing. Off the boards. Out to center ice. As it's picked up there by DeForge. Keeping it in is Bram at the blue line, breaking to the front. Off the backhand is Warren, a pad save. As it's up and out off the linesman. And Rougeau through the legs of Pedmore. Round over to DeForge. Pedmore with it out of the zone. And Crom into Montreal's end as Warren centering pass off the skate and wide. Ram behind the net. Montreal making it up out of their zone and pushing it down low as Pieri behind the Inferno net to hold it up. And Pieri.
You can still talk when you're getting your picture taken.
No, I can't. I'm camera shy.
I know you can't multitask, but come on, man. Come on.
The shot wide of Troutman. Holler with it, battling for the puck now. Down low. Saunders with it. Out front, Lolly. Knocked off her stick. Holler now with it down in front of us here. Lolly off the side of the net. Lolly out front. Troutman with the pad, trying to find the puck under the pile and covers up for the whistle and the face-off. Coming with 17:46 left in the third period.
Now, from anyone who hasn't played goal before, that looks like a fairly easy save, but I tell you what, that takes a lot of lower body strength and a lot of leg strength by Camille Troutman to keep that puck out and keep her pad in front of the goal line on that play.
And they face off. Possession one. Wong cycles behind her own net. Up the right wing. And left. Webster at the point, knocking it down low. Behind the net there. Battling for it. As like Montreal makes it up, out. And Wong with it now, retreating in her own zone. Campbell battling for it with Boutte. And Peacock in there. Webster, Marin, Boutte. Three aside in there as Esposito coming up down the right wing. And offside is our number 20, Jessica Campbell.
Well, we talked about Campbell's speed that time. It worked against her there. She got just a little bit ahead of Esposito, who made one extra move and will reset at the blue line.
And this face-off coming on the right wing outside Montreal zone. As Irwin winning the face-off, but Duchesne walking away or being knocked back in now. Johnston with it down along the half boards. Puck back out into center ice. Takuchi with it. Pass over to Cudmore. Cudmore fans on the pass. Duchesne with it. Backhand. Troutman had to be sharp there. Takuchi with it now. Rink wide pass. Stone at her own blue line. Up the middle for Irwin. Irwin getting it to Johnston. Johnston behind the net of the Stars. And back to the point. Gary with dump shot. And that's up And over the glass for a face-off with 16:20 left in the third period. 3-1 Inferno right now as it stands.
Well, at this point, I will remind you that you can follow us on Twitter at Inferno CWHL, like us on Facebook, and check us out at calgaryinferno.net to stay up to date on all your Inferno action. And don't forget to show the Stars some love to Montreal CWHL for their Twitter.
A shot from the blue line by Pierre. He doesn't quite make it all the way through. As the rink-wide pass squeaks out, and Haller back in her own zone. With the puck over to Pierre, up the right wing to Bram. No icing. Montreal with the puck now. As Bate, rink-wide pass. Oh. Bocha with the pass out in front. Breton Lebreau couldn't connect on it on a wide open net. Shots coming down in front, blocked in front by Webster. Bram with it now. Over to Crom. Crom's getting up the right wing, knocking it out. Center ice is Warren. She dumps it down into the Montreal zone. 15:25 left in the third period. As Haig trying to put it out front there. Cunningham with it. Cunningham battling as Bouquet with it for Montreal, skating out of the zone, down the left wing, coming to us off the boards, trying to get around Webster. Held up, gets it, knocks it down deep here for Morin. Rougeau with it now. Rougeau circling back. Drop down here low for Willette. Around the back of the Inferno net, Bate up to the point for Hill. Shot wide to the left of Troutman. And Rougeau at the half board. Rougeau circles back. Dumps it down low into the corner, Bate to our left. As Cunningham with it now, skating up, out, down the left wing, knocking it into the Stars zone. As Montreal regathering and up through neutral ice territory. Cudmore with it. Up to Peacock. Peacock down the right wing. And Heron out to stop that puck. As being carried around, unable to get out of the Montreal zone. Puck bouncing down low with 14 minutes left in the third period here. 3-1 Calgary, and Calgary applying the pressure in this period for sure. Takuchi with it now, circling back behind the Inferno net. Takuchi dropping it there for Cudmore. Cudmore to Shane trying to pursue her. Takuchi up, Campbell unable to get it out. As it's now out to center ice there. And Shane with it. Over to Desfours, dumping it in. Troutman steering that one wide. Haller circling, stopping, and losing Bocha. Johnston with it now in her own zone. Rink-wide pass is shown at her own blue line, up the middle to Irwin. Irwin breaking in down the right wing. Irwin stops, pass, shot, and doesn't make the pass through. Johnston on the rebound, can't connect with it. And the puck is up and out. And we are going to get an icing call against Montreal with 13:02 left in the third.
Oh, lots of back and forth action there. Calgary's doing exactly what they need to do. They are letting up. They are trying to still create chances. Nice chance by Irwin there coming down. And the more chances Calgary gets, the less opportunity Montreal has to get back in this game. Montreal's got to find a way to break through.
And face-off won by Calgary. Webster back to Wong at the point. Wong's shot doesn't make it through there as Crom battling for it. Webster at the high point. Shot. No traffic in front. Easy glove save there for Catherine Haron.
Yeah, missing the traffic there, but not a bad idea to put the puck on net there. Get it in, the attempt, and they'll bang out a rebound and pounce on it, but no dice.
Well, and shots in favor this period, 3-2 for the Stars. But Inferno applying a lot of pressure in the opposite end of the rink. As battle down low. Montreal coming away with the puck now as Morin through center ice over to Roulette. Roulette pass to Bate. Bate shot blocked. Blocker save and steered wide. A close call there against Inferno. puck out front there. Wong trying to brush it away. Gets to the blue line. Bate, long shot low. Webster slows it up, and Troutman covers for a face-off in the Calgary zone.
Wow, some good chances there for Montreal, and a nice play by the deep pairing of Webster and Wong there, both making a couple strong defensive plays in their own right on that series of plays.
And the face-off coming to the right of Troutman as Davis and DeForge getting set to face off. And Takuchi with the puck. As Haig with it now, trying to get it out of the Calgary zone, does so. Cunningham losing, trying to find it in her skates, bringing it in onside. Battling at the opposite end, there's Desjardins. And Cunningham with it. Up to Takuchi at the right point. Pass in front there for Haig. Knocked off the puck. And up and out by Desjardins. As Cudmore back to grab it now behind the Calgary net. Cudmore being pursued by Dupuis. Over to Takuchi. Takuchi up, but kept in by Chartrand. Cudmore with it now. Up the right wing to Davis. Davis skates through center ice, down the right wing, into the Montreal zone. Hanging on to the puck there, battling for it with Desjardins. And Davis with it, up to the point. Shot from Fieri. And that's a goal bouncing. I didn't quite catch all of that.
I was trying to watch on the monitor, and it missed it as well, too. Didn't quite see who got it, but it looks like it might have been Jessica Campbell, who seems to be the happiest out of this bunch. And if that is her, that would be her first goal of her young CWHL career. And of course, Jessica Campbell is a member of the Team Canada that will be going to the Four Nations Cup Kamloops just at the start of November here. We'll try to get confirmation, though, on the goal scorer.
And that's going to make it 4-1 for the Inferno with 11:14 left to play here in the third period at the Jones Snyder Arena at Winsport.
And it looks like
Calgary.
Some talk, too, about whether or not that was a high stick, I think, is what Montreal is trying to argue here. And I think there might even be some confusion over who the goal scorer was as well from the ref, as they seem to be conversing with Peacock at center there before giving me the information. But nonetheless, it is a 4-1 game now for the Calgary Inferno.
And they face off. And Campbell, that was indeed with her first of the season, as Esposito now breaking into the Montreal zone, putting that puck wide. And the puck opposite end of the rink from us here. Holler trying to keep it in at the blue line. Brought out by Roulette. Bate over to Rougeau. Shot from Roulette. Pad save. Troutman. Rougeau with the puck back to the blue line here for Hill. Jumping it down low to close corner Marin. And up to Rougeau. Rougeau in her own at the blue line. Back to Marin. Through the skates of Fieri. Saved by Troutman. Centering pass out front. Rougeau with it. Stick handling. Loose puck off the stick. Holler trying to clear it. Can't do so. Rougeau with it. Rougeau battling in. Esposito with the puck. Esposito, rink wide pass over for Campbell. Campbell gets the Montreal zone as Calgary goes off on line change. And Bate in her own end now, up to the point. Wong keeping it into the Montreal zone. Bate with it. Wong back at the point. Wong steps around Bate. Backhand pass for Irwin. Up and over the net. Lots of action down low, as it looks like Huron covered that one up, and we got the whistle. Some extra words going on.
The Montreal Stars are not happy with Danny Stone there. Probably an extra whack or two that they did not like on Huron. And I guess it's similar to what we saw yesterday, except the table is now turned as Calgary players are getting underneath the skin of the Montreal Stars.
And Irwin and DeForge with the face-off in the Montreal zone. Montreal coming away with the puck now, cycling it around the boards. Unable to get it out. As Webster with the long point shot. Johnson trying to deflect that in. Can't do so. It's wide of the net. Up in the neutral ice territory here. And Troutman steering that one wide as DeFore is coming in hot. Irwin now at center ice. Pass to the left wing for Johnson. Back for Stone. Stone shot low. Irwin was sprawled out on the ice there. Johnson with it now. Cutting back behind the net. Pass out front. Shot. Save. And we don't know where the puck is. There it is, squeaking up the left wing. As opposite end of the rink there. Wong now over to Johnson. Johnson right in front of the Inferno bench. The left pass down the left wing. Stone batting on the puck there as Chartrand grabs it. Check that. Bring it in though was Lawley with the shot, and Troutman hanging on with 8:52 left to keep it a 4-1 Inferno lead.
Well, Huron had to be solid there as there was all sorts of pressure around her there. Nice job by Stone trying to get in there, but ended up in the net herself, not with the puck.
And face off to the left of Troutman as Graham and Breton Labro. Another blocked shot there from Chartrand as it went off Warren's legs and out into the Montreal end. Chartrand with it now, up off the boards, trying to bring it in. A couple extra pushes. Nothing happening here, and now we've got something going on here as Crum and Chartrand are exchanging words. And it looks as though Chartrand is going to be the one getting the 2-minute call here.
I think they both are. They both are, I believe. But Crum seems to be the only player going to the bench. As we get this sorted out, we'd like to thank our sponsors. So CWHL, of course, would like to thank Scotiabank, IBC, Sportsnet, Winsport, Bauer, Tim Hortons, Bolson, and Bridgeforce, and the Calgary Flames would love to thank. We'd love to thank the Calgary Flames.
Oh, we stepped up the game. Hey, where's the Calgary Flames? 2 minutes to roughing against Inferno's Crom as the puck makes it out of the Inferno zone. And Haig now Cudmore bringing it into the Montreal zone, centering it, putting it on net there. And we're going to get a face-off in the Montreal zone as Huron hangs on with 1:41 left in the Inferno penalty kill.
And a key moment here for Montreal to try and get back in this game. They haven't been able to generate much offense at all in this game, and their one goal came on the power play.
And a face-off almost won there by Davis as it's down behind low in the Montreal end. Battling for the puck there, killing some valuable time on the Inferno penalty kill as the teammates showing their appreciation for that. Chartrand with it now, up over for Roulette. Down the right wing is Marin coming into the Calgary zone. Leaving it at the point for Chartrand. Broken up as Haller unable to get it out. Marin with it now at the Inferno blue line. Over to Chartrand, back to Marin. Shot over for Rougeau wide. Bate was there with a redirect. Couldn't connect with it. Chartrand down low to Bate on our left side here. Willette up to the blue line. Chartrand shot. Pad save by Troutman. 42 seconds left in the penalty kill as Montreal applying some pressure here. Puck down to our left here. Bate. Willette battling for it. Up to the point for Chartrand. Chartrand over to Rougeau. Rougeau over to Willette and broken up by Esposito. As the puck is down behind the Inferno net. Marin. Willette up to Chartrand. Chartrand keeping it on the line to Rougeau. Back to Chartrand. Blocked by Haig. Loose puck in front. Good kick save there by Troutman with 6 seconds left in the penalty kill. And the puck holding up right at the blue line in favor of Montreal there. Penalty has expired now. 5 skaters aside as Pieri knocks it up to center. And holding in there is Hill. In a foot race for Wong getting there first. Puck down low now behind the Inferno goal. Wong up around the glass. Halfboard's there as Warren unable to get it out. High over the crossbar with the fours with that shot. Couple shots coming here to Shane. Montreal still applying the pressure. Heavy. Wong trying to get it out, and she does. of the Inferno zone. Bram can't hang on to it though. As here's Bourne with it again for the Inferno in their own zone. Over to Webster. Up off Stone's skate, can't hang onto it. As Rougeau, check that hill, brings it in. And Troutman with it, holding on after Bocha's shot. 5:30 left to play, 4-1 Inferno.
And with that, we'd like to welcome or invite you to come to the Scotiabank Saddle Dome for Calgary Inferno's breast cancer awareness game tomorrow. 11 a.m. puck drop, free admission. Game is also available streaming live, audio and video.
And action down low here in the Inferno end as Montreal steps up, shot deflected off Takuchi's stick and into the netting. As we've got another faceoff coming down here to the right, the left side of
maybe a fitting song the way the tensions are starting to boil over here. Kung Fu fighting.
Irwin and Bertrand Lebreau. Irwin winning that faceoff, holding the puck. Johnston. Irwin trying to drag it out, can't get it out of the Inferno zone. Cudmore now. Rink wide pass to Stone off the boards, up to Irwin. And Irwin down the right wing, leaving there for Stone. Stone cuts to the middle area. Can't get shot off. Still with the puck now. Circling behind the Stars net. Centering pass out for Irwin. Oh, and taken away off her stick by Bocha. Bocha knocks it down into the Inferno zone. Cudmore behind her own net. Off the left wing to Irwin. Irwin lifting it up high as she goes off on a line change. Johnston skating in the opposite far corner. Davis battling for it, keeping it in against Marin. As Desjardins circling it around up to center ice now. Cunningham with it, trying to gain the Montreal zone. And good sense by Peacock not to touch on the offside, but Montreal coming in as Roulette down the left wing. Roulette holds up there as Pierre takes it in the boards up to the point there. Shot by Desjardins off the leg of Campbell. Roulette with it down now for the Stars. Marin all alone. Chartrand at the point. Up from Marin, skates off the boards, rink wide pass. Centering pass shot by Bate off the post and wide. Keeping it a 4-1 game here for Montreal. As the action here with 3:30 left in the third period. Down in the Calgary zone. Shot from the point, Chartrand looking for the redirect. And it's wide. They're in with it. Along the boards, centering pass. Off the stick, off the skate of Haller, and Bate can't get a handle on it. Shot up from Chartrand. And Bate with the puck. Unable to get it through. And Esposito lifts it up and out of the Calgary zone. Lots of action in front of both benches there. Peacock gains center ice and dumps it in the opposite corner as Cunningham pursues against Hill. Rougeau down low now. Is Duchesne with it. Montreal trying to clear their zone, does so as Wong retreats to center, can't get it in, and holds up number 42 Dupuis. And we're going to get a little penalty here call, I believe, against Jessica Wong for interference.
Yeah,
2:39 left in the third.
It is definitely against Jessica Wong there for interference as she's going off, and Montreal will have one last chance. Interesting to see here what they do, if they will call a timeout, if they will pull the goalie, or if they will do both. Looks like they are probably going to call a timeout at the way they're standing by the bench, but might just be stalling. It looks like they are just stalling.
All right, so 5-on-4 action for the next 2 minutes or until the Stars score a goal.
They were stalling for the timeout.
There we go.
I'm not just a pretty face.
You're not a pretty face.
That's a good thing I know my hockey then.
And this is a good thing that the cameras have not actually been on us, so that we can prove that. Yeah. Now we do get a shot of the Stars bench here. Can we read lips in French?
Wow. First of all, can't read lips, so not even going to try reading lips en français. As we know, my French is not my strong point. Something I wish I would have paid more attention to when I was younger. So if you are listening and you are saying that French in school is not your favorite subject, trust me, take it from me, study it. You'll appreciate it later. And interesting note here, Huron staying in net, so no 6-on-4 opportunity yet by the Stars. A little bit too soon to pull the net, or possibly too big of a gap in those.
I'd lean on the latter, the gap, but that's just me. Bram losing the face-off to Roulette, won by the Stars. Rougeau up for Chartrand. Chartrand shot down in front, saved by Troutman as Bram skates up and gets it out of the zone. Warren applying the forecheck pressure, falling as Roulette trying to get it up and in as Bate pursued by Bram. Down behind the net for Marin and up to the point for Chartrand. Chartrand over to Rougeau, back to Chartrand. Chartrand to Roulette. Roulette, Chartrand. And the net is empty. Shot and a save by Troutman. Love. Couple extra whacks at it there as we've got some 6-on-4 action happening here.
I don't know what Jessica Wong is doing, but she came out of the box there, so she must have thought the
that
puck
was a
went
goal.
in. So that shows you just how big of a save that was. If it fooled Jessica Wong. Montreal a little bit annoyed at the fact that she was out.
And the penalty has been knocked off the scoreboard, so we're unable to get that right now.
Everybody thinking that was in except for Camille Troutman.
And Troutman definitely staying sharp on that and flashing the leather to keep it a nice, healthy 3-goal differential at 4-1. As we do see still 6 skaters on the ice for Montreal. To the Inferno's 5.
Yep.
Rougeau, Marin, Chartrand.
Inferno's 4.
Sorry, Inferno's 4. Chartrand, Roulette, Bate, and Dupuis out there for the Stars. On the penalty kill right now, Irwin, Haller, Johnston, and Webster. As shots currently in this period heavily in favor of the Stars. They're closing that gap. The Inferno just with 8. And quick math, 12 for the Stars. The officials here trying to figure out how much time remaining on the penalty to Wong. And they've apparently got Esposito on the penalty box score clock right now, but we know indeed it is Wong who's in there.
Yep.
There we go.
Well, they got a fresh 2 minutes up there, which is not right either. So that's
this is not. I meant here we go with some extra music fun. Get everyone to sing Sweet Caroline. Where's the kiss cam when you need it? Seriously. Tomorrow maybe, right?
Well, at the Saddle Dome they might have it there. Again, reasons why a camera should never go on us.
Oh, no, I don't want the kiss cam on us. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that we'll be separate.
We are not kissing cousins.
Separate? No, we are not. We're separate areas at the Saddle Dome as well. So unless there's a lot of video magic happening, we know that won't happen. If you're looking for more information, of course, on the game tomorrow, it's 11 o'clock a.m. Mountain puck drop. So that's 1 o'clock Eastern at the Scotiabank Saddle Dome. Head on over to calgaryinferno.net/Saddle Dome. That's going to take you to our Facebook event where you can find out all the information you need to know about that. We, of course, are on the air at calgaryinferno.net/live 30 minutes prior to the game with our pregame show. We're going to try and do that because we're going to be in different locations tomorrow.
We'll make it work.
Yeah, we always make it work.
Yeah.
Make it work for the fans.
Speaking of make it work, let's thank technology.
Thank you, technology.
Working for you, and sometimes we. Oh no, there we are on camera now. You jinxed it. Yeah, there's us there. Yes.
We apologize to those of you viewing on CWHL.ca.
We'll just
at least
help you out here.
At least the net is in the way, so we're a little extra pixelated in comparison. As the officials still continue to sort that that out. It did absolutely look like it was
There we go.
a goal, but
And
now
as we do that, we'll quickly thank our sponsors, Scotiabank, IBC, Sportsnet, Winsport, Bauer, Tim Hortons, Molson, and Bridgeport. Game on.
Irwin and Roulette. Irwin with the win as Johnston trying to clear it up and out. Bate with the puck now. Down in the Inferno zone. Webster with it. Bate and Marin. Up to Rougeau. Rougeau shot redirect by Marin. Saved by Troutman. Lots of focus here as we're approaching the 1 minute mark of the third period. Battling down low for it here. Slowing up, killing some time. 50 seconds left in the power play for the Stars. Rougeau up at the point, blocked as Irwin clearing at the length and gets the unfortunate bounce. Unlike
That must have felt like
that's how the Americans felt. That's how the Americans felt, I guess. As Montreal then icing the puck.
The good thing is that I think this lead is safe for the Calgary Inferno, as it was not for the Americans in that classic game. But Haley Irwin on the opposite end of that one, now knowing how that feels to be an American in the post.
Montreal can thank the post. Well, kind of. Not really. Because they're still behind. With 30 seconds left in the penalty to Wong. The Inferno deep in the Montreal zone, battling for it down at the opposite end of the rink. I see Roulette in there and Crom as we hit the last minute of play here in the third period. Still 4-1 for the Inferno as Roulette breaking up the left wing here, trying to center it. Cudmore breaking that up, and Takuchi down in the corner with Roulette losing her stick. Coming down Rougeau as it's cycled down around the boards here. Davis getting on the puck, holding it into the boards. Bate right there. Bate with it and getting it out of the Inferno zone. Back to Marin and Chartrand as the penalty has now expired. Cudmore in front of her net. Up off the glass in a neutral ice. Esposito with the empty net goal off the side of the post again. Calgary not catching the breaks here. And keeping it at the point is Wong. Esposito with another attempt. This one blocked. And that, my friends and listeners, is going to do it for today's game with a final score of 4-1 for the Calgary Inferno over the Montreal Stars. And shot stat period 13-8 in favor of Montreal. 24-28 total for the Inferno.
And Calgary getting, of course, their first win of the season at home. Not their first win of the season. They did that against Brampton on the road, but that will keep them in first place ahead of Toronto by 1 point.
As the players out shaking hands.
Players are shaking hands here, and they are getting ready to announce the 3 stars, which I know who they are because I got to pick them. How's that for something different?
I know, I saw you texting away. I figured that's exactly what it was that you were doing.
I won't spoil the surprise, though. We'll wait for the official announcement, though.
We won't be able to hear it, but I wanted to thank everybody in the stands today for coming out. We hope to see all of you and more of you tomorrow at the Scotiabank Saddledome. Again, that puck drop, 11 a.m. Mountain. If you're tuning in online out east in Montreal, you're looking at 1 o'clock Eastern Time.
As the Inferno salute the fans and the fans respond in kind. We will talk about tonight's 3 stars. So the 3rd star from Montreal, number 24, Ann-Sophie Bate. I'll get it one of these years.
All right.
2nd star from Calgary, number 19, Brittany Esposito. I'm just beating him. Look at that. I'm that good. And the 1st star of the game, number 20, Jessica Campbell.
Some great play by all 3 players, definitely making that stars list.
Yes, it was a hard choice to pick there. There was a couple other players that were right there, well deserving of the accolades as well. Of course, the other goal scorers, Bailey Bram and Rebecca Johnston, had solid games, and you can't forget about Camille Troutman, who stopped 23 out of 24 shots in her CWHL debut, and towards that third period there was a lot of pressure on her. 13 shots alone in that third period. So
Montreal more than doubling their total shots in one period.
Camille Troutman will not gain a star of the game, is going to get our Too Hot to Handle player of the game as a small consolation award for her in that one. A lot of good play around by the Inferno, and we did get to see a chance of them going offensively here, finishing with 28 shots again, pretty much on par to what they did yesterday as well. And we are getting set up with our interviews here.
We're doing a post-game interview as well.
We are getting post-game interviews here. I don't know.
Hopefully we'll get some video on our post-game interview as well.
I think they are getting 3-star pictures there, and it looks like they may have got the wrong Montreal star there, but she had a good game too.
Yeah, Brittany Lebreau had a good game as well. Yep, we'll go with that. Yep, Campbell and Esposito down there.
And yeah, we're going to be speaking to both actually second and first star of the game here in our post-game show. Speak with Brittany Esposito, I believe, first, and then Jessica Campbell afterwards, as both players scoring their first CWHL goals as well on the season.
And our camera crew running around, lugging cameras, trying to get from off from a scissor lift, running down and across with a camera
on a tripod.
On a tripod, so that we can get some eyes on the players.
We've got a very hard-working crew here tonight. We want to thank them as well, as this is our first time getting a chance to do the live streaming video effect. So thank you very much to all the hard-working crew we have sitting beside us and running around with the cameras to make this possible and give us a different experience here and a lot of fun as well too.
And of course, every Saturday game, every Saturday home game, I should say, for the Inferno will be broadcast live this season. Of course, we do encourage you to come on down and catch the Inferno live. For all that information, you can hit calgaryinferno.net/schedule. We're getting the thumbs up there from Tammy. As now she's giving us the thumbs down. As we're waiting for the camera still. I guess...
well, watch this hockey likes your yellow tie.
Who does?
Watch this hockey.
Oh, wonderful. Well, we should do some selfies every game, just because then they'll know what our attire is wearing. Tomorrow, I don't have a pink tie. You do.
I do. I will definitely be wearing the pink tie. We encourage you to sport some pink. And we do have Brittany Esposito now. Brittany, can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Excellent. Well, Brittany, good game for you today. You got your first goal out of the way. How did it feel getting that one?
It's nice to get that first one. It's a little bit of a weight off the shoulders, but I think the main thing was just getting the win today.
And talk about the win. It was a tough loss yesterday, even the series. Another game with Montreal tomorrow at the Scotiabank Saddledome. What is going to be key to coming away with a 2-1 edge in this series?
I think we have to just keep doing what we've been doing. We're getting a lot of pressure on them, and we just got to keep putting the pucks in the net. They have some pretty good goaltending, so we just got to keep getting as many shots as we can and just playing as a team.
And chances are we suspect Labonte will be back in net. What is going to be the key to beating her and getting more than one goal?
I think just, again, getting lots of pucks on net and working as a unit if we can kind of get her moving a little bit. But we're just going to have to jump on those rebounds when we get the first shot.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Brittany. We'll let you go join your teammates there, and we will talk to your teammate, Jessica Campbell, now.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we will get Jessica Campbell just momentarily here. That, of course, was Brittany Esposito scoring her first goal of her young and promising CWHL career on a walk-around backhand that found the mark underneath her on. giving her her 5th point of the season.
Esposito, no stranger to the score sheet, with 4 assists earlier in the previous 3 games for the Inferno.
As we get Jessica Campbell set up, we will thank once again our sponsors here quickly. Scotiabank, IBC, Sportsnet, Winsport, Bauer, Tim Hortons, Molson, and Bridgeforce. And we do have Jessica Campbell standing by. Jessica, congratulations on the win tonight, and congratulations on the first goal. I know you've had a lot of chances. How did it feel getting that one out of the way?
Honestly, it was just a big goal. It was a relief, and I don't know, it's just been, obviously when you're getting lots of chances but you can't bury them the past couple of games, I've just been trying to keep going and just keep putting them in, so it was a good feeling to put it in today. And
speaking of not good feelings, that block shot earlier in the game, any lingering effects from that?
Yeah, I don't want to take my skate off. I know it's going to swell up, but it's for the team, and you need plays like that, especially as we move on in the season when we're getting really tight games. You need that type of play, and just happy that I was able to, I guess, get in the way.
And we know we've got a lot going on with you over the next couple of weeks here. You're joining Team Canada at the Four Nations Cup. What did it mean to you to make that squad? Honestly, it was a dream come true. I've been working at that for 6 years now. More than that, I guess, my whole career. It's been my goal, and to finally, get the call, the congratulations, was overwhelming, but so exciting. And it was so exciting to be able to call my parents and tell them the news, and all my family and friends, because it's been a long journey, and I've had a lot of injuries that I've had to work through and battle through over the years. So to finally be able to represent Canada on the senior level is something I'm really looking forward to. Well, we look forward to watching you in that, as well as your teammates Bailey Bram, Rebecca Johnston, and Haley Irwin. One last question for you before I let you go. You play tomorrow against Montreal once again at the Scotiabank Saddledome. What are you looking forward to from that atmosphere? I mean, the last time I played in the Saddledome, it was with the Canadian Under-18 team against USA, and obviously it was an incredible atmosphere then, and I'm really looking forward to that again, because I know they've been pushing and really looking to get the word out about this game, so the promotions are huge, and I think there's going to be a lot of young kids coming out, so I think it's a great chance to just show what we're made of, what the league's made of, and what kind of hockey we can really play at. And I'm just really excited because I know it's going to be a really cool environment and a lot of fun for the girls, especially going into our 3rd game against Montreal. Well, thank you very much, Jessica. Best of luck to you tomorrow. We look forward to calling that game as well, and fans that come out to that one can see and meet you after the game, section 211, immediately following the game for autographs. Best of luck, Jessica.
All right, thanks, Jeff.
You're welcome. That, of course, was Jessica Campbell, the first star of tonight's game. Marshall, we talked about afterwards, a lot of talent out there on the ice for the Calgary Inferno there. Anyone else that stood out in your mind that we haven't talked about in the post-game show here?
Stood out in a good way, I'm guessing, is what you're asking.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly, I was saying Brom's name and Davis's name quite a bit. I did actually want to mention Takuchi as well. She was out there, great defensive mind, great presence out there on the ice, making some good, smart key plays. Wouldn't expect anything less of a national team player, and it just boasts really well to see all that talent on the ice for the Inferno.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned Takuchi, because she did not look out of place there. She fit in. First game in the lineup there, she filled the shoes of Tegan Schroeder and was able to contribute defensively exactly what they needed to get from her. Another player that stepped up and did exactly what needed, of course, Emil Troutman, was solid in net. Definitely a big question mark was who was going to back up Delaney Bryan this year, and would they be able to play at the level needed to win games in the CWHL. Well, the Calgary Inferno just won 4-1 against the Montreal Stars, only the 2nd time the Calgary Inferno have beat the Montreal Stars in their history in the CWHL. So I think she silenced any doubters right there. And on that note, I think we will silence ourselves after one more reading of our sponsors, because without them we would completely be silent. So thank you once again, Scotiabank, IBC, Sportsnet, Winsport, Bauer, Tim Hortons, Molson, and Bridgeforce. And of course, the Inferno would also like to thank the Calgary Flames. We look forward to seeing you all tomorrow, 11 a.m. puck drop, 10:30 a.m. pre-show. live streaming audio and video. So if you're just tuning in for the audio, it's calgaryinferno.net/live and CWHL.ca to get the live streaming video. And if you're in the Calgary area, we encourage you to come out and enjoy the game live and in person. It will be an event you do not want to miss.
Admission is free for that game. Again, from Calgary here at the Jones Snyder Arena, for Jeff Stevenson, color commentator, my name is Marshall Stevenson. Final score in favor of the home team, Calgary Inferno 4, Montreal Stars 1. Have yourselves a good evening, and thanks for tuning in.
Auto insurance is intended to pay for damages caused by a collision. But when additional repairs or upgrades get tacked onto the bill, guess who pays for it in the end? If you want to know, here's where to go. ibc.ca, Insurance Bureau of Canada.